And this is his first day at his new job. He's a little nervous. We get it. But something here feels different. Something feels better. There's excitement everywhere. There's enthusiasm. There's a sense of camaraderie. Alex wonders what's going on. What's going on is that Alorica is a different kind of company. One that makes a commitment to its people first. One that was built around a single vision, to make lives better, one interaction at a time. This isn't just a people business. It's a people-to-people business. And if we want our team to make meaningful connections with others across the globe, they first need to be respected, understood, and empowered. So we encourage all our employees to grow, to pursue new ideas and interests, and above all, to become the people they want to be. People with passion. People dedicated to performance and to embracing all kinds of possibilities. And people that will help us to make a difference for our colleagues, our clients, our customers, and our communities. Alex doesn't know it yet, but he's going to be a big part of that difference. And hey, look, he's starting a softball team, making connections already. We love that. Engaged, energized, and ready to deliver insanely great experiences. That's what we're all about. And we get there by doing something incredibly revolutionary, yet painfully simple. We treat our people like people. Passion, performance, possibilities. Alorica.
When the world seemed to stop, we carry on. Continue to dream and create. We don't just work with what we know. We innovate to adapt. So you can drive your career forward. We don't just make you feel welcome. We provide everyone an equal opportunity. We go extra to care and provide, so you can brave the world safely. Times aren't the same, but we've always been different. We are Concentrix. We dream different. We create different. We embrace different.
There are 3 easy steps in creating a resume link. Let me show you how.
Step 1. Register. Go to www.jobs180.com using any browser and click Register Now. Fill out all the information needed. In choosing your resume link, use your full name so that it looks professional and it's easy to recall by potential employers. For example, Antonio Juan de la Cruz .jobs180.com. Step 2. Create and design. When creating your resume, make sure to complete your personal information and upload your profile picture. One of the highlights of the resume link is the portfolio section. In the portfolio section, you can show off your skills by uploading samples of your work like documents, pictures, videos, and your social media links.
Your resume link also features different themes and you can upload a cover photo. This is a combination of a cover letter and a social network cover photo. Here is an example. You can also download a copy of your resume link and print it. Step 3. Apply for a job. There are many ways to apply with your resume link.
First is browsing the job recommendations in your Jobs 180 dashboard.
If you're qualified, click Submit Resume Link. So what are you waiting for? Dress up your next generation resume, stand out brightly among the competitive job seekers in the market, and win the heart of your future employers using Resume Link.
Welcome to the Polytechnic University of the Philippines, the country's first Polytechnic U. PUP is a state-run university governed by Republic Act 8292, known as the Higher Education Modernization Act of 1997, and its implementing rules and regulations contained in the Commission on Higher Education Memorandum Circular No. 4, Series of 1997. It is in terms of student population. It is the university's commitment to give qualified and talented students access to quality and responsive education to aid them in the achievement of their dreams and the improvement of their lives. True to its commitment of making education accessible to all, the university has strategically established campuses and branches all over Luzon. PUP boasts of its roster of 1,483 full-time and part-time faculty members and 707 administrative employees. The faculty and employees perform the collective goal of training, servicing, and supporting the university's stakeholders. From its humble beginnings in 1904, PUP was originally established as the Manila Business School, primarily for the training of personnel for government service and to provide skills needed for private employment. 4 years later, the Manila Business School was renamed Philippine School of Commerce or PSC and merged with the Philippine Normal School from 1933 to 1946. Through the virtue of Republic Act 778, PSC was renamed the Philippine College of Commerce or PCC in 1952. In April 1, 1978, PCC was converted into a chartered state university now known as the Polytechnic University of the Philippines by virtue of Presidential Decree Number 1341 issued by the President of the Republic of the Philippines. PUP truly has come a long way from a business school to a premier polytechnic university, the very first in the country. Every year, around 50,000 graduating high school students mostly from economically challenged families, take the Polytechnic University of the Philippines College Entrance Test or PUPSET and hope to become one of the 10,000 who will be given a chance to be new PUPNs. At present, the university offers more than 80 programs in the graduate and undergraduate levels with its strategic direction of making the colleges vertically articulated. Graduate School, College of Accountancy and Finance, College of Arts and Letters, College of Architecture and Fine Arts, College of Business Administration, College of Communication, College of Computer and Information Sciences, College of Education, College of Engineering, College of Law, College of Political Science and Public Administration, College of Social Sciences and Development, College of Science, College of Tourism, Hospitality and Transportation Management, College of Human Kinetics, Institute of Technology. PUP further strengthens its open university system through expanded tertiary education equivalency and accreditation program and the non-traditional system program. It caters to borderless educational system that aims to reach many learners as possible. For more than a century of existence, countless outstanding achievements have raised PUP to the level of a national comprehensive university. With the vision to transform the university into an epistemic community, PUP subscribes to the idea that a university should have an extensive research and extension development culture. Proof to this are numerous research undertakings of the university.
それ以上するならひねり潰すよ。黒チンだ。楽しいとか面白いとか、そういう感覚わからない。
PUP has also institutionalized Academic Exchange Office of International Affairs. Today, PUP is relishing an enhanced campus environment. Upgraded colleges, state-of-the-art technology, and nationally and internationally recognized programs. It has gone far from what it was more than a century ago. This is mainly due to the support given by the government, the PUP community, and its benefactors. nation building and in poverty alleviation for the marginalized sector of the society with quality, responsive, and relevant education as a tool.
Allow me to share with you my vision for the university in the 21st century. With a National Polytechnic University status, it will bring more opportunities for the university to further education. In pursuit for this vision, my mission for PUP is for it to recognize its catalytic role for national development. PUP will ensure inclusive and equitable quality education and promote lifelong learning opportunities through a re-engineered polytechnic education. By re-engineering, we look into the existing processes and programs in order to achieve higher quality of academic programs and services following the principles of effectiveness and efficiency. With this mission in mind, I have formulated 10 pillars as my reform agenda for the university. Pillar 1. Dynamic, transformational, and responsible leadership. Empower academic and administrative leaders by following the core principles of good governance to create collective growth and unity. Here I would like to highlight an innovation by introducing the development of an integrity management plan for the institution against corruption and abuse. Likewise, asset management and resource generation will be aggressively pursued to ensure productivity and finance the implementation of the plans and projects for the university. Pillar 2. Responsive and innovative curricula and instruction. We aim to provide world-class polytechnic education that responds to national and global needs by developing intellectually challenging to provide the learners with adequate and relevant competencies and skills and prepare them for a successful and rewarding careers. In a rapidly changing world, we recognize the paradigm shift in curriculum to outcome-based education with lifelong learning approach. Pillar 2 also sits on the framework of internationalization of Philippine higher education through transnational education by promoting academic mobility among faculty and students and global dimension into the curricula and teaching process. Pillar 3. Enabling and productive learning environment. Following education in Industry 4.0, we aim to increase and enhance the use of new technology to enable student learning and engagement, as well as advanced teaching process and methodology through new and state-of-the-art facilities that will support the overall learning and teaching experience in the university. Pillar 3 likewise includes campus development and the provision of conducive learning centers and facilities for students and faculty. Pillar 4. Holistic student development and engagement. We will empower students as well as rounded learners and active young leaders as we open opportunities for various academic mobility and venues for honing skills and personal development, being the principal stakeholder of the university. Recognize academic freedom as a form of self-expression and a platform to showcase students' intellect, skills, and creativity. Due to the holistic development of our faculty and employees as productive, competent, and experts in their respective fields, We will encourage our faculty roster through formal education, capacity building, research and extension initiatives, faculty immersion, and other academic engagements, both local and abroad. We will ensure that both our faculty and employees will have a vibrant career. Pillar 6, vigorous research production and utilization. We will continue to strengthen the research culture in the university by promoting discovery and innovation through increasing disciplinary and collaborative research integration across academic disciplines to create new knowledge, utilize research findings, and develop innovative products. Pillar 7, global academic standards and excellence. Achieve the highest levels of recognition in quality and compliance standards from CHED, AACUP, and other international accrediting and regulatory bodies for higher education. We will intensify our efforts to achieve and sustain better academic performance and produce board top-notchers, as well as sustain our status of being the most preferred graduates of employers. Likewise, we aim to establish and to be recognized as centers of development and excellence in our academic programs. Pillar 8, synergistic, productive strategic networks and partnerships. Synergize and forge strategic linkages and partnerships across all sectors of society and the global community in line with the overall plans and programs of the university. Establish alliance with the government, industry sector, NGOs, and the academe will lead to resource sharing, program support, and research collaborations beneficial for all. Pillar 9, active and sustained stakeholders engagement. Harness a healthy and harmonious organization by empowering all its stakeholders, both internal and external, through open communication networks, consultative and participative undertakings, and team-building activities, recognizing that all stakeholders can greatly contribute towards the betterment of programs and projects. Expand access to education, knowledge building, and information dissemination through sharing of expertise by embarking on Education on Wheels, which aims to bring access to education closer to communities, following the principle of no one will be left behind. As the University of the People, we should bring the university closer to their hearts to serve their needs and extend assistance in mainstreaming public service. Our institution must continue to stand as one for the values that we have inculcated. For the past 115 years, we have exemplified our quest for truth, excellence, equity, relevance, effectiveness, integrity, and academic freedom. Lastly, I call upon each and everyone to join me in this journey. Together we stand as one para sa sintang para.
Uy! Nandito na pala sila! Hi guys! Magandang araw mga schoolmates! Dahil dito na muli ang lahat ng dapat yung malaman tungkol sa pamantasan. Ako si Jello.
Lahat ng in, lahat ng hit, lahat ng trendy. Ako naman si Mary Rose.
At ito ang inyong online tambayan. Ako naman si Eric. At ito ang PUP TV, pinakausap-usapan sa pamantasan. Guys, wala ba kayong napapansin? Wala si Kesa! Ano? Pero bukod doon, hindi nyo ba nararamdaman na per months na? Ano? At ilang tulog na lang, malapit na magpasko, di ba? Tama!
At ipagdiriwang na natin ngayong October ang anniversary ng ating sintang paaralan.
Tama! Pero alam niyo ba kung kailan eksaktong ipinagdiriwang ang founding anniversary ng ating sintang paaralan? Ngayong first week of October.
Sabi ko na sa iyo eh. Talaga namang nakaka-proud ang maging isang PUP yan, di ba?
Oo naman, kasi bukod sa tayo ang may pinakamababang tuition fee dito sa buong Pilipinas, tayo din ang kauna-unahang Polytechnic University sa buong bansa.
Teka lang. Ilang taon na nga ba ang PUP?
Ay, alam mo, makikita yan sa logo natin eh. Di ba nakalagay doon? PUP 1904. So, kung 2013 na ngayon at 1904 tinatagang PUP, 109th founding anniversary ng ating sintang paaralan. Oo nga, at speaking of logo, alam niyo ba kung ano ang kwento at kasaysayan kung paano na po ang kulay Golden Star at ang kulay maroon sa paligid nito? Paano nga ba? Pwes, yan ang ating alamin dito sa ating episode ng PUP logo dito sa Anghit. Alam niyo ba na ang logo ay ginagamit bilang pagkakilala ng isang establishmento, gusali, paaralan o anumang samahan? Ang bawat logo ay may kanya-kanyang kahulugan at simbolo. Pero ano nga ba ang simbolo sa likod ng logo ng ating sintang paaralan? Sabay-sabay natin alamin ang kahulugan at kwento sa likod ng ating logo dito sa Anghit featuring PUP logo.
Hindi ko po alam.
Ano ba yung logo?
Nakalimutan ko eh.
Sinisimbolo yung PUP.
Simbolo sa katatagan ng ating universidad. Excellence.
Excellent yung PUP. Parang yung symbol yun ng ano, yun sa humanity.
Yung bilog daw, infinite wisdom. Star stands for the perfection of human person as well as the search for truth. PUP logo, yun yung dream namin. Kailangan namin maabot, mag-graduate namin dito.
Dates back to the conceptualization of this logo, simplified adoption from Leonardo da Vinci's famous drawing, the proportions of the human figure. At that time, I was the executive assistant of Dr. Nemesio Ibrahim. He was the one who conceptualized it.
Ang hugis between ng ating logo ay isinunod mula sa tanyag na likha ni Leonardo da Vinci na The Proportions of Human Figure o mas kilala sa tawag na Vitruvian Man. Ang katawagang Vitruvian ay hinango mula kay Vitruvius, isang arkitektong Romano noong 100 AD.
In our logo, the golden section is, of course, the center of the 5 concentric circles, zeroing in on the midpoint of the PUP star logo.
Ang tinatawag na golden section sa between ng ating logo ay siyang sentro ng 5 bilog. Ang 5 bilog na ito ang tinatawag na 5 concentric circles na nangangahulugan ng integrity, ingenuity, industry, intelligence, at internationalism ng PUP bilang isang pamantasan.
This logo serves as a constant reminder to all future generations in the community of the Polytechnic University of the Philippines that from the ancient times, the flowering of ideas from the golden section stimulates proportionate economy, social justice, truth, and beauty. The Polytechnic University of the Philippines star logo becomes a symbol of light for the entire nation.
Ang galing! Yung pala yun!
Ito ka pa naman, Jello. Hindi ako nakikinig eh.
Baka naman nakalimutan ko lang.
Wait lang guys. Maiba naman tayo. Hindi nyo ba alam na ang PUP, hindi rin tayo pauhuli sa mga successful graduates natin?
Oo naman!
At pinatunayan yan ng ating dalawang ka-scholar ng bayan na kung saan nag-top lang naman sila sa Nutritionist Dietitian Licensure Exam 2013.
Wow!
Tara, panoorin natin ito, ang kanilang kwento sa PUP yan!
So, ako pala si Julius Cesar A. Bactan. So, I'm 20 years old. And I took up BS Nutrition and Dietetics dito sa PUP. 1.56 and 21 years old na ako. I have my license number. Proud RNP, proud PUP. Ako kasi even start pa lang, nagkaroon na ako ng goals. So sinabi ko sa sarili ko, pagpasok ko sa PUP, kailangan makakuha ako ng Latin Honor from the university. Kailangan maging top notcher ako ng board exam namin. So, start pa lang kailangan may goal setting ka na. Nag-set tayo lang ng goal na magkaroon ng laude at saka magkaroon ng top sa board exam. So, yun ang naging goal ko. 2 days after malabas yung result, naghanap na talaga ako ng work. So, experience ko talaga is napakahirap. Kahit sabihin mo ng top notcher ka, naging cum laude ka, hindi pa rin ganun kadali pumasok sa tunay na mundo. Nag-apply na ako sa isang agency dito sa Pilipinas, pero itatry ko pa rin na pumasok sa mga food company. Alam naman natin bilang isang PUP-yan, tayo pinanganak na kulang sa financial na kapasidad. So ang meron lang tayo is utak. So utak ang puhunan natin. Ang pagiging isang top notcher ay simula pa lang yan ng buhay. So ang tunay talaga is nagsisimula talaga yan after ng college natin. So ngayon pa lang kapwa ko PUP yan, mag-aral tayong mabuti. Alam nyo kasi naniniwala ko, knowledge without faith is nothing. Sa lahat ng pinag-aaralan natin, dapat laging ang sentro, Panginoon.
Wow! Ang galing talaga.
We don't decide whether you're from a top-tier university or a state university. We decide based on our assessments that includes exams and interviews. Having said that, a lot of Dell's workforce in the Philippines are from PUP.
55 to 80 hires annually, those coming from PUP alone. And as a matter of fact, 14 of the homegrown employees who started from staff and supervisor have been promoted.
Currently, we have 13 employees from the PUP. They're working in a different field, so most of them are engineer, some are in sales, most of them are in the higher position.
There's a huge pool of students that we can really harvest from, and we know the reputation that they bring. So we're glad that we have a university like PUP that we can rely on for our future employees.
To Pagasa Steel's mission and vision.
The reason why we prefer the PUP graduates is the fact that we noticed that they have a common denominator, very hardworking. See, whatever happens, they'd still work. Even if it's raining, they'd still come to work. You give them additional tasks, they'd accept. They are resilient.
Very passionate, aside from being resilient, because we can see that they're very dedicated with their jobs. And we've seen a lot of PUP graduates, not just in one department.
They turn out to adapt very well and adjust well to our company here in the Philippines. They're productive employees and they stay with us for a long time.
Stand out sa PUP graduate is their loyalty sa company. Integrity and ethics, drive for results, intellectual capacity, and adaptability. So when we hire PUPians, they have this kind of competencies.
Of course, they're very intelligent people, responsible. Responsible in a sense because whenever we meet these graduates and we ask them what are their future plans, they would always come up with answers like helping out their family, or because I'm done with school, I'll help out another sibling. So you would know already that these kids, even before they actually embark on certain work, they already have goals in mind. They're not maarte, no? Whatever you give them, they know that if it's for the purpose of the job, they will do it. And so they have, they're the ones that survive the challenges of work. They don't shirk away from responsibilities. They're the type who, whatever the job requires, they're up for the challenge.
PUPians enable people everywhere to grow and thrive.
PUP is one of the pillars of the nation because it is an institution that provides good graduates, people who really contribute to the success of the community or to the success of the country.
To all the people associated with PUP, if you're a graduate, the tradition, the proud legacy that your school has. Some of you, PUP, you work for us now. We appreciate you. We know you're good employees. For those of you that might work for us in the future, please consider us. We'd love to have you. We know that you make a great employee for Emerson.
PUPians, bring everything you are. If you have big ideas, let's talk. Come work where passion meets possibility. You can visit jobs.del.com for opportunities.
To pursue your dreams and work hard for whatever endeavor you will choose. And in the event that you will choose to apply in one of the fastest BPO companies in the Philippines, I would like to invite you to apply in EGS, an Alorica company, because our doors are open for all of you.
To all the PUPians, let's create a sense of smile together.
Smart is very happy.
Tara na, maging magkasama na tayo. Mabuhay ang PUP!
Noon pa man, malaki na ang naging bahagi ng mga kababaihan sa lipunang Pilipino. Kaisa sila sa marubdob na paghahangad ng kalayaan ng ating lahi. Kabilang sila sa paglinang ng ating makulay na sining at mayamang kultura. Kasapi sila sa pagtataguyod ng mga adhikain ng kapwa mamamayan at sa pagtugon sa mga pangangailangan ng lipunan. Katuwang sila sa pagtuklas sa mga larangan ng agham at medisina. Kapanalig sila sa pagpapairal ng batas, karapatan at katarungan para sa lahat. Kabahagi sila sa paglilingkod sa bayan at sa pagpapanatili ng demokrasyang Pilipino. Sa paglipas ng panahon, hindi nagmaliw ang kanilang pag-ibig sa ating inang bayan. Mga kababayan, ito ang alay ng mga kababaihang Pilipino para sa bayan. Tumayo po tayong lahat at sabay-sabay nating awitin ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
Ayaw magiliw, pero sa silanganan, alam ng puso, sa dilim mo'y buhay. Lumang hiniram, tuyot ka ng magiging, sa manlulupi, di ka masisingil, sa lahat ng tulog, sa singil at sa lalim mong babang, may ginagang tula at awit sa kulay ang minamahal. Ang isang ng patawat mo'y tagumpay na naglilingin, ang bituin at araw na kailan pa may madilim. Lumay ang araw ng 100% buhay ay langit sa piling mo. Ang higaya ng pagpay magkakabit, ang mga ray ng dahil sa'yo.
Hi, I'm Engineer Florinda H. Oquindo, Director of the Alumni Relations and Career Development Office. The role of our office is to keep connections among students and alumni, provides complete range of services to students, alumni, and employers in the area of career development, graduates and professional schools preparations, employee relations, and campus recruitment. We also provide alumni and students with the tools and resources to help find success in all professional endeavors.
It is my pleasure to welcome
Okay, isang magandang umaga sa inyo guys. So, from the Alumni Relation and welcome po sa inyong lahat. So, we do have to acknowledge the presence of our industry partners, our Kim with an A. So, thejobs180.com, Akim with an A, Sir Kim Chua, thank you po for gracing us or giving your time and effort on this event. So, para naman po sa ating mga estudyante na participants natin from the College of Education, College of Accountancy and Finance, College of Business Management, our PUP branch from San Pedro, Laguna, Calauan, Santa Rosa, Wait lang ha. Okay, so acknowledge din natin ang presence ng ating mga estudyante and participants from the College of Social Science and Development. College of, wait lang, inisa-isa natin para wala tayong ma-miss out. So that's the reason from PUP Maragondon. Welcome sa inyong lahat. CC. College of Communication. We also do have participant from National Teachers College. Guys, welcome sa 2021 Career Development Webinar of the Alumni Relation and Career Development Office. Okay, so let me discuss first the webinar etiquette for today. Okay, guys? Okay. Guys, please be reminded that we are currently on live stream and pasensya na po due to sabihin na natin due to internet connection, medyo nagkakaproblema tayo. To keep your microphone on mute while the webinar to raise your questions after the speaker is done on his topic. Okay, for our stream participants naman po, welcome sa inyong lahat. Human Resource Management. Okay, for everyone guys, nawala na naman po tayo. So pasensya na po ha. Medyo kakaiba ang ating connection ngayong panahon ngayon. Siguro dahil medyo maulan. Wait lang. Okay, for everyone guys, please remember to accomplish your digital evaluation. And we'll be sending your evaluation or your certificate 2 to 3 weeks after the conduct of this webinar. So we'll be giving this digital certificate to those who participated, who attended, and who accomplished the evaluation form given at the end of the session. It will be posted on the chat room and the comment section of our Facebook page. Okay, guys, without any further ado, let me introduce to you our first speaker for today. Wait lang guys ha. Okay. Our speaker or the industry or industry partner is coming from one of a known platform in terms of job, in terms of bridging the academic industry and helping out students and our Kim with an A, Mr. Kim Chua of Jobs 180 to discuss about e-resume writing and informational interviewing. Sir Kim, you can take away the floor.
Hi, good morning,
Hi,
Ma'am
sir.
Jane. Good morning,
Yes po,
everyone.
good morning.
Hi. Good
Pasensya na
morning.
medyo intermittent yung connection natin ha.
Okay lang. So I'll be sharing my screen now.
Okay, sir. Sige po. Thank you.
Thank you. Let me share my screen. So magandang umaga sa lahat na nakikinig. Tama po narinig nyo, pangalan ko talaga ay Kim Chu Wa. Don't forget yung Wa kasi baka Kim Chu lang maalala nyo. Parati ko po yan gino-joke kasi marami napagkakamalan Kim Chu lang eh. So let me now go and share my screen, and when I do my full screen, you can see it. You can use your emoticons kung saan man kayong PUP nang gagaling. Pag nakita nyo na yung full screen, I think we're all good. I just want to make sure lang. All good na? Okay, I will be playing a video para mapanood nyo muna ito. Kasi sa mga ibang mas mabilis pumick up, I'll play the video. Easier for you to understand what I will be telling you about. Okay, so watch this video.
There are 3 easy steps in creating your resume link. Let me show you how.
Step 1. Register. Go to www.jobs180.com using any browser and click Register Now. Fill out all the information needed. In choosing your resume link, use your full name so that it looks professional and it's easy to recall by potential employers. For example, Antonio Juan de la Cruz.jobs180.com. Step 2. Create and design. When creating your resume, make sure to complete your personal information and upload your profile picture. One of the highlights of the resume link is the portfolio section. In the portfolio section, you can show off your skills by uploading samples of your work like documents, pictures, videos, and your social media links.
Your resume link also features different themes, and you can upload a cover photo. This is a combination of a cover letter and a social network cover photo. Here is an example. You can also download a copy of your resume link and print it. Step 3. Apply for a job. There are many ways to apply with your resume link.
First is browsing the job recommendations in your Jobs 180 dashboard.
If you're qualified, click Submit Resume Link. So what are you waiting for? Dress up your next generation resume, stand out brightly among the competitive job seekers in the market, and win the heart of your future employers using Resume Link.
Ayan. So sa mga nakanood ng video, that's my topic for this morning. I'll be discussing with you ano yung tinatawag nating next generation resume or yung tinatawag na most secured resume platform pagdating sa online application. Ito na po yung tinatawag na resume link. Now, a lot of you who are listening right now, marami kayong mga apps, 'di ba, na kino-consider. Actually, wala tong pinipiling year level. Whether senior high school ka, college freshman, sophomore, junior, graduating, o kaya terminal na kayo, matagal na kayo dyan sa school, di pa rin gumagraduate, or graduate na kayo, no? In between jobs, may trabaho, walang trabaho. Itong tool para sa lahat. Okay, so a lot of platforms are being offered right now. I'm sure pag nagutom kayo, ang dami mga online na pwedeng options, di ba? Pag gusto nyo mamili, ang dami rin options. Now this time, what I'm going to share to you is a platform na para sa paghahanap ng trabaho or paggagamitin ninyo pag kayo ay gusto mag-build ng inyong information. Yan. So basically, bakit ko to sinishare sa inyo? Because I wanted to make sure lang that you're on the right track by choosing the right tool. And how would you know ito yung right tool para sa inyo? Meron akong konting checklist lang. Okay? Itong mga checklist ko, Kayo na lang magsabi kung tingin nyo sang-ayon kayo o hindi. Now, itong tool na ito allows you to stand out. Definitely, sa dami ng mga kalaban natin or kakakompetensya natin sa paghanap ng trabaho, you want to stand out pag kayo ay nag-a-apply na dun sa company. Another thing that this tool can do is it can consolidate all the information into one file so that hindi ka na nahirapan mag-submit ng iba-ibang mga information, iba-ibang file pag kayo ay nag-a-apply sa mga companies. Another thing that this tool can do is that it makes the process more efficient. Nababawasan dito yung pabalik-balik sa mga kumpanya pag tayo nag-a-apply. Okay? Ang gusto ko kasi, kung ako lang ang HR, hanggat maaari, diretso na tayo. Kung pasado, edi proceed to the final interview or let's go to the job offer. Pag hindi pasado, edi magkaalaman na. Huwag na tayong magpaasa pa ng mga aplikante. Di ba? Sino ba naman sa inyo gusto pang pinapaasa? O, di ba? Kayo rin naman, di ba? Huwag kayong magpapaasa pagka ganun din lang, di ba? So, mabuti na diretsuhan na, magkaalaman na kaagad. Okay? Another thing that this tool can do is wala itong gastos. Baka kasi iniisip nyo, binibentahan ko kayo. No, wala po itong bentahan dito. This tool is absolutely for free. Okay? And the best thing that this tool can do is that it keeps your information secured. And I'm sure with this day and age, you want your information to be secured. Okay? So this is the reason why gusto ko to i-share sa inyo. Ito tinatawag nating resume link. The resume link is dubbed as the most secured resume platform. Ano bang definition ng resume link? Para lahat tayo align, ang resume link is a personalized URL. It is a link that anyone can open online anytime. Okay, so let me do a shout out lang sa audience. I see someone by the name of Alexander Pili. Halimbawa lang, shout out to you, Sir Alexander. Halimbawa, ikaw si Sir Alexander Pili, ang resume mo or ang resume link mo pwede maging alexanderpili.jobs180.com. Ganun lang kasimple. So in case lang ikaw si John Santos, like in my example, look at the screen, no? Yung pangalan niya, John Santos, ang resume link mo pwede maging johnsantos.jobs180.com. Ganun lang kasimple. Yan na ang resume mo or resume link mo. So you're now wondering, how can I make one? Paano ko gagawa? Kagaya ng pinakita ko sa video, in case hindi nyo napanood yung video, I will detail it here. Okay, so there are 3 steps lang for you to use this. The first one is for you to register. First one is for you to register. How do you register? Pumunta kayo sa school portal na ginawa natin para sa PUP. Okay, so this is the link. It's schools with an S jobs180.com/PUP. Okay, you go to this link and then you can click on register on the upper right side portion of your screen. Okay, another thing that you can do is you can go to www.jobs180.com. So punta ka lang sa website namin, jobs180.com, at dito kayo mag-register. Piliin mo lang yung school ninyo at yung campus because I can see a lot of PUPs are being represented today. No, Maragondon, mayroon ako nakita Manila, may iba-iba lugar, no? Hindi ko na naisa-isa yung ang haba, ang dami ninyo nandito. So, kayo na lang mamili kung which campus kayo nandoon. Okay? Now, as you register, you have to use you have to put the basic information. Okay? Hindi ko na isa-isa yung mga info na to. Obviously, pag nakita mo mga personal details, hindi personal details nyo yan, di ba? Birthday nyo, hindi yung birthday ng kapatid mo. Okay? Yung address, yung lamang address mo, hindi address ng pinsan mo. Gets mo na yung point ko dyan. So, I will not go through all these nitty-gritty stuff. Okay? Ang ipo-point out ko lang yung mga importanteng item. Okay? So, when you start to create your resume link, you have to create a resume link by basing it on your unique name. So, what is a unique name? Ang unique name nyo, kadalasan, pangalan nyo. That's a unique name. Like ako mismo, Kim Chua, ang daming Kim Chua sa mundo. Di ba? Una-una lang yan. Pasensya na kung may nauna sa inyo. Okay? So, halimbawa, shout out tayo ulit. No? We have here Jamie Malyari. Ayan. Halimbawa lang, no? Shout out to you, Ma'am Jamie. Ikaw si Ma'am Jamie Malyari. Ang resume mo pwede maging jamiemalyari.jobs180.com. Now, what if may kapangalan kayo, eksaktong-eksakto, naunahan kayo mag-register? Magkakaroon na red na box, sasabihin niya, this name has already been taken. O, pag nakita mo taken, huwag kayong malungkot. Okay lang naman kung taken na. Okay? Ang importante, maging creative tayo. Pwede mo balik na rin. Pwede mo gawin malyarijamie.jobs180.com o kaya J Malyari o kaya MJ o kaya JM, o diba? O kaya M Jamie. Depende kung ano gusto mo gawin. Basta importante, wala kang kapareho kahit kayo may kapangalan. Okay? Napaalala ko lang sa mga PUPians, huwag kayong OA pag gumawa ng resume link. Huwag yung nakalagay dyan, cutie pie, Barbie doll, lover boy, okay, yung mga tipong boss pogi, because it doesn't sound professional. Imagine you're going to apply to a company. Pagpunta mo doon sa kumpanya or pag na-encounter mo yung HR, sasabihin ng HR sa'yo, do you have a resume? Then what will you answer? Sabi mo, yes po, may resume po ako. Ang resume link ko ay eljablo.jobs180.com. Diba? Baka matakot yung HR sa inyo pag narinig niya eljablo. Okay? So, do not create something like that. No, I recommend to stick to your name. Whatever your name is, it will sound professional. Okay? Now, ano pa ang re-remind ko sa inyo dito importante? Pag kayo nag-register, gumamit kayo ng valid email. Email na nabubuksan ninyo, kagaya ng Yahoo, Gmail, Rocketmail, Outlook, MSN, kung ano man yung email na yan. Huwag kayong gagamit ng, shoutout lang ako, erica@facebook.com na email. Huwag kang gagamit ng, sample lang, here I see, is it Jelu? I think it's Jelu. So, jelu@facebook.com na email. Huwag kang gagamit ng Janine@facebook.com na email. In short, huwag kang gagamit ng @facebook.com na email pag kayo nag-register. Bakit? Kasi pag yan na ginamit mong email, yung @facebook.com na email, you will no longer be able to receive notifications being sent to you by the companies as well as jobs1it.com. So kailangan gumamit ng email na nabubuksan ninyo. Ba't kailangan mo buksan yung email? Kasi kailangan mo mag-verify. Yan ang ebidensya na ikaw nag-register, at kapag ikaw ay nag-verify, dun ka palang makaka-receive ng mga notification na ipapadala sa inyo ng mga companies, pati na rin ni jobs1it.com. Okay? So pag hindi ka nag-verify, hindi kayo makaka-proceed, no? Hindi kayo makaka-receive ng mga notification. That's why it's important to use a valid email. All right? Tapos na tayo sa first step. Simple lang, di ba? First step is to register. This is absolutely for free. Wala itong bayad. Let's now proceed to the second step. Ang second step ang pinaka-logical sa lahat. Ba't ko sinabing logical? Kagaya ng mga testimonial na narinig ko kanina, ang dami mga companies, mga industry partners din natin yan, mga partner din sa industriya. A lot of them believe sa PUP. Of course, ako rin mismo. Personally, we have a lot of people also being employed here sa company natin na galing sa PUP. So alam ko ano yung kalidad ng mga taga-PUP. Kaya pinapaalala ko tong second step na to. Okay? I hope hindi nyo papahiin ng school ninyo. Pag kayo nag-submit ng resume nyo or ng resume, dapat kumpleto. Okay, wag bungi-bungi, wag kulang-kulang yung data. Okay, so how do you complete the information? Punta kayo ulit dito sa career portal na ginawa namin para kay PUP, which is schools with an S, no? .jobs180.com/PUP. Now from here, you don't have to register again kasi meron ka na account eh. Gagawin mo mag-log in. Okay, now if ever lang hindi mo napuntahan tong link kasi hindi mo maalala, medyo mahaba, pwede kang pumunta sa jobs180.com, www.jobs180.com, at dito kayo mag-log in. Okay? Now, as you log in, you put your email, put your password, na kayo lang may alam, for sure. Diba? Hindi mo naman siguro share yung account mo sa kung sino-sino. Diba? So, kayo lang may alam yan. So, as you log in, you now start to complete all the information. Now, ito yung balita ko lang sa mga ibang humihirit ngayon. Sir, meron na po akong resume. Nagawa ko na po yan. Meron akong Word file, PDF file, doc file, whatever file. No, kung ano man yung ginawa mong resume file. Then, ang good news ko is you just have to transfer all the information to your resume link. Copy-paste na lang, copy-paste, no, from ibang file mo, lipat mo dito sa loob ng resume link para maging secured yung data ninyo. Kasi pag dun sa ibang file yan, hindi yan secured. And I'll tell you as we go along. Okay? Now, para sa mga hindi pa gumagawa ng resume at nag-iisip, Sir, freshman pa lang ako. Matagal pa po yung trabaho na yan. 4 years from now pa yan. Diba? Huwag ka mag-alala. Malapit na rin yung 4 years na yan. Okay? Because every year, diba, gusto mo na rin naman umabot sa time na kayo ay graduate, and I'm sure you will graduate sooner or later, kakailanganin mo rin to. So habang maaga, gawin mo na. Okay? Yan ang recommend ko. So ngayon, ano yung gusto ko i-emphasize? I will not go through all the other information here na obvious naman. Sabi ko nga kanina, nakita mo address, ano mo naman address yun na yan, diba? So basically, lahat ito personal information nyo. Ang gusto ko lang i-emphasize, yung mga key points na kadalasan na may miss out or na nakakaligtaan ng mga estudyante or ng mga aplikante. So let me go through the contact details. Yan yung isa sa mga pinaka-importante. No, kailangan nako-contact kayo ng HR. So ano pwede mo ilagay dito? Lagay mo dito kung meron kayong landline, lagay mo yung landline. Kung walang landline kasi hindi na uso ngayon, ano gagawin natin? Lagay mo yung mobile number nyo. Ang challenge lang kasi kadalasan ang mga taong may nilalagay na mobile number, pag tinatawagan sila ng mga HR, hindi nila sinasagot. Pag nag-ring yung phone, ring ring. Hala, sino kaya ito? Hindi ko to kilala. Di ba? Ano gagawin? Ayaw nyo sagutin. Hahayaan nyo na lang matapos mag-ring at nagbabaka sakali may mag-text sa inyo. Eh paano kung yung HR hindi nagte-text? Di ba? Paano kung masipag na siya magtawag? Eh ayaw nyo na mag-text. So sila lang tumawag. Ang recommend ko, sagutin nyo yung tawag pag hindi nyo kilala. Lalo na pag hindi nyo kilala. Now, if you're thinking baka scam yan or whoever, then tsaka mo na ngayon i-judge later on pag nasagot mo na. Kung talagang scam ito or hindi totoo, then iwasan mo kung may tinataguan kayong tao, tsaka mo nang simplehan. Okay? But ang importante is sagutin niyo muna yung tawag na yan. Now, aside from mobile number, I recommend, of course, you put your email here and you also put here your social media account. Bakit mga social media account? Kasi mas mabilis kayo makontak. Mas mabilis tayo mag-PM, private message lang. Hi, are you available Friday, 10 a.m., so on and so forth. Maka-proceed tayo sa next steps immediately. Okay? I'm sure you can follow naman, diba, what I'm saying. Okay? So, tuloy natin. Ano pang, gusto ko lang point out, lagay nyo dito lahat ng posibleng paraan na pwede ka makontak ng isang HR. Okay? Pagdating sa work options, meron ditong portion na wala sa mga traditional na resume. Ito yung nakalagay dito, parang yes, no lang. Parang switch lang yan. Mamimili ka lang. willing to work night shift, willing to relocate, looking for OJT, willing to work overseas. Ang gagawin ng system, itatry niya kayo i-match sa mga possible companies na naghahanap ng kapareho ng profile nyo. Okay, I never said automatic na may trabaho na kayo pag ginawa nyo ito. Ha? Ang sinasabi ko lang is, it will try to make your life more efficient. So hindi mo na kailangan mag door-to-door sa mga kumpanya kasi ang gagawin nito, pag sinet up mo ng maayos, maraming mga companies na ngayon ang kakatok sa inyo. So kayo na lang ang magde-decide kung i-entertain nyo or hindi. Okay? Now the rest, obviously, alam nyo nalalagay nyo dyan. Education, lagay nyo yung school nyo, walang limit sa space yan, whether you have entered a school before your stay in PUP or later on after your stay in PUP, you can also put it here. Seminars attended, ganun din, walang limit sa space yan. Certification, ganun din. Achievement, lahat ng achievement nyo, hindi lang po sa loob ng school. Okay, hindi lang to about academic excellence. Even your extracurricular activities, pati mga social civic organization, kung saan kayo naging active, ilagay mo dyan. Because ang ginagawa mo dito is you're marketing yourself more effectively dun sa company. Okay, remember that. Kaya tayo gumagawa ng ating resume or ang resume link because dyan tinitignan ng mga HR yung information nyo. So, importante talaga, mahuli mo atensyon. Pag nahuli mo atensyon, dapat makita nila yung information mo. Yan yung dalawang magkasunod. Talagang partner yan parate, pag tinitingnan ng mga HR. Okay, so when it comes to skills, I have one reminder lang. Do not limit your skills dyan lang sa course nyo. Okay, kung ano man yung course nyo. Example lang ha, sample lang. If you're in the education, okay, or you're in the tourism course, hindi porket ng course mo, yun lang alam mong gawin. You might be into photography, you might be into graphic design, you might be into something else, di ba? Arts and crafts, music, lahat ng yan skills nyo yan, so lagay mo dito yan. Languages, ganun din. Huwag mo lang ilimit yan sa English and Filipino or Tagalog. If you know local dialect, sa Bacano, Bisaya, Ilonggo, Kapampangan, lagay mo dyan lahat. No? Foreign languages, pwede rin. Walang limit sa space yan. Okay? Na pagdating sa references, sigurado ko yung mga references nyo, kilala nyo. Ang tanong lang dito is, kayo ba kilala nila? Sana, oo, di ba? Kasi madalas pag tinatawagan natin yung mga references nyo, hindi kayo kilala. Yung worst, talagang hindi na. Wala. Hindi kayo maalala, hindi kayo kilala. So please tell them, ginawa siya ng reference para at least they know what to tell about you. Okay? Now, at this point, alam kong alam nyo na to. Nire-remind ko lang sa mga hindi pa nakarinig ng paano gumawa ng resume, edi ito na yung gawin nyo. Huwag na kayo gumawa sa Word file tapos kakopy mo rin later on yung laman, di ba? So kung wala ka pa nagawang resume, ito na yung gawin mo, itong resume link. Okay? Kung meron ka na nagawang resume format sa ibang format, then what you need to do is copy na lang or transfer all those information dito sa loob ng resume link para maging secured. Okay? So bakit secured? I'll tell you as we go along. Okay? Next, bakit ko ito nire-recommend sa inyo? Itong resume link. Meron tayo ditong portion na amazing. Wala ito sa mga traditional na resumes natin. Let me start with the portfolio section. This portfolio section that I'm showing you right now on the screen is where you now upload evidence of your skills. Example, later on, pag-graduate na kayo, ano ebidensya na graduate na kayo? Meron kang transcript. Meron kang, iba humihirit, diploma. Diba? Tama. Diba? Iba humihirit, toga. O, hindi ebidensya yung toga. Hindi rin ebidensya yung grad pick. Okay? Certificate, ebidensya yan. Diba? Example, ano ebidensya na wala kang criminal record? Meron kang NBA clearance, meron kang police clearance. Diba? Pwede ka pumunta sa ibang bansa kasi meron kang visa, meron kang passport. Diba? Pwede ka mag-drive ng sasakyan kasi meron kang driver's license. Wala kang sakit, healthy ka and fit, meron kang medical clearance. O, diba? You get my point. So, paano mo ngayon papakita sa isang HR yan or sa isang kumpanya pa nag-a-apply ka? Diba? Kailangan magpabalik-balik, daming attachment, diba? Sa mga email, diba? Kadalasan. This time, you don't have to worry about those things. All you need to do is upload all those information dito sa loob ng resume link nyo. Take a picture or scan them, then put it here sa resume link. O, diba? Ayos. Now, some of you are now thinking, alam ko matatalino yung mga taga-PUP. Ito yung mga question ng iba sa inyo. Sir, paano ba naman ako magsa-stand out kung lahat kami taga-PUP? Di ba? Imagine mo, buong batch namin mag-a-apply sa isang kumpanya. Lahat naman kami taga-PUP, di lahat kami magaling. Di ba? Siya, agree ako sa inyo, lahat kayo magaling. Pero paano kayo magsa-stand out? Yan ang tanong nyo. Pareho kayo ng course, pareho kayo ng teachers, pareho kayo ng curriculum, di ba? Pareho kayo ng OJT, example lang later on, or experience na tinarbahuan nyo. So, how will you stand out? Ito yung mga things na ikukwento ko sa inyo. Ito yung mga magsa-stand out. Okay? This will make you stand out. Of course, when you follow my tips lang. Okay? Number 1, you create a selfie video. Usong-uso to ngayon, trending to ngayon. Hindi to TikTok. Pero kung gumagawa ka ng TikTok, panis to sa inyo, panis. Okay? Anong gagawin mo? Kumuha ka ng gadget. Okay, record the selfie video. Pretend that you're being interviewed by the HR. Answer basic questions. Hindi kailangan mahaba. Okay, parang TikTok lang, no? 1 minute or less. Okay, but answer basic questions. So, I'll show you anong example nito. I'll show you. Watch the video. Teka, let me play the video. Ayan. Watch it first para may idea kayo. 30 seconds lang ito. Maiksi lang.
Good day. I'm Kathleen Anes Pangilinan, 19 years old from Pasig City, and currently taking BSIT with specialization in web and mobile application at FEU Institute of Technology. You should hire me so I can obtain an entry-level position in the field of information technology, where I can utilize my knowledge and skills in the field that I am in. I am passionate, hardworking, and most of all, optimistic. To know more about me, you can visit my resume link, kathleenandpangilinan.jobs180.com. Thank you.
See? Ganun lang kasimple. Wala pang 1 minute. Pero you're able to make the process more efficient. Diba? Kasi mas na-gauge na kagad or na-evaluate kagad ng HR yung inyong communication skills. Now, you don't have to say it in straight English. But if you can, please do. Diba? Pero hindi ko rin sinasabi English video yan. So you can also create videos that can show hard skills. Example lang, nakita ko sa tourism, no, yung mga HRM, hospitality, how to fold table napkins. May nakita ko taga-IT, pinakita niya how to clean computer viruses, how to set up a laptop. May nakita ko from engineering, how to use a soldering iron, how to properly handle a welding machine. Di ba? Depende kung ano gusto mo pakita. Kahit hard skills yan, pwede mo gawin yan through that selfie video. And the HR can evaluate faster kung okay tayo o hindi. Okay? So gets mo na yung gusto ko sabihin. Kayo na bahala paano nyo gagawin yung mga selfie videos nyo. Alright? Now, once you're done with the video, syempre gets mo na. We have to upload it dun sa video converter, whether YouTube yan or Vimeo or iba pang mga channel. Tapos yung link ilalagay nyo sa loob ng resume link nyo dun sa may portfolio section or document section. Okay? In-emphasize ko lang. Kasi baka hanapin mo dun yung video uploader sa loob ng resume link. Walang ganun. So you have to put the link there. Okay? Next, profile picture, hindi kailangan gumastos. Okay? Lagay mo dito yung picture nyo, plain background, nakatingin sa camera, you're good to go. Huwag kayo maglalagay ng mga profile picture kagaya ng mga nasa right side ng screen ninyo. Hindi po yan maganda tignan, hindi yan professional tignan. Okay? So I'm just reminding you, upload the professional profile picture. Okay, hindi niyo kailangan gumastos, huwag pumunta sa studio, hindi na kailangan gumastos. Importante lang tingin sa camera, plain background. Another good thing pa with the resume link is meron kayong tinatawag na cover photo. Yung cover photo is a way for you to express your personality without using any words. Kasi hindi naman lahat ng tao ngayon nakikinig, pasintabi lang ha, hindi lahat nakikinig ngayon ay gifted with writing skills. May iba sa atin, hirap na hirap i-express yung ating thoughts and feelings into words. Pero pagdating sa picture, kayang-kaya mo ipakita yung personality mo. Look at the examples I'm showing you. Yung nasa right side ng screen, isa tong taga-admin or office admin or sabi ni iba, mateki. Diba? Depende. Yung nasa kaliwa ng screen nyo, ano siya? Ophthalmologist or optometrist or eye expert. Depende kung how you interpret that, di ba? May iba naman sa inyo, iniisip, itong sample ko next is someone from neurologist or psychology. O, di ba? Another example pa, another good example, this one. Hindi to miyembro ng Akyat Bahay Gang. Okay? Hindi rin to social climber. Etong person na to, ang gusto niya sabihin sa kanyang message is there's no shortcut to success. You will be able to reach your goal by taking one step at a time. See? It's a very good example. Diba? Kung pinakita ko maganda example, papakita ko rin yung mga hindi maganda example. So, ito yung mga huwag niyong gagayahin. Okay? Una sa lahat, huwag kang magpapaka-misteryoso. Huwag mo i-miss out yung picture nyo. Lalaki man, babae, in between, membro ng LGBTQ plus kung ano man, lagay mo dyan. Okay? Ako mismo, guilty ako. Pangalan ko, Kim. Ang dami akala, babae ako. I oftentimes misinterpret din yung mga pangalan ng ibang tao. Nakita ko Alex, Joey, George, Nick, Sam. 'Di ba? Ganyan, mga pangalan na minsan iisip ko, lalaki, ay babae pala. O 'di ba? So, better put your picture there. Okay? Never ever leave this blank because if you leave this blank, ganyan itsura niyan. Kayo na lang humusga kung sa tingin nyo yung HR you will catch the HR's attention. If you leave this blank, definitely okay, sayang lang oras. It will be the next applicant na. Ganun lang yan kasimple. Kasi walang makita, walang anything, di ba? Okay? Now, if you want to catch attention, do not do it like this. This is just my opinion. I think this one, ang dating parang tamad. Interpretation ko lang yan, parang OA, no? Parang chill-chill lang, happy-go-lucky, walang pakialam sa buhay. Okay, so I'm showing you good examples and not so good examples para you'll be guided. Okay, kayo na bahala kung paano nyo gagawin yung mga profile picture at cover photos niyo. Okay, now this is a very good example. Si ophthalmologist, kompletong detalye niya. Tingnan mo lahat, everything is there. Even yung kanyang documents, even yung mga portfolio niya, lahat ng mga ebidensya na siya isang licensed ophthalmologist, nilagay niya dito. Napapabilis yung proseso kasi lahat ng pwede makita ng isang HR o gusto malaman ng isang HR, at least pinakita mo na. At kung meron silang hihingiin pa, then to follow na lang yung iba. Pero sa ganitong paraan, napapabilis yung proseso. And you get my point. Okay, hindi ko na kala-emphasize ano ibig sabihin ng efficiency. 'Di ba? Yung hindi na bumabalik-balik pa, 'di ba? Yung can I ask for your transcript, can I ask for evidence na ikaw talaga isang licensed professional, 'di ba? Wala nang pabalik-balik. Nandiyan na lahat. Okay? So, a lot of fair now thinking, sir, pag gumawa ba ako ng resume link, yung mga information ko ba nakalantad na sa buong mundo? Baka naman yung mga details ko nakakalat na sa buong internet. Ang sagot po ay hindi. Kaya nga ito tinawag na the most secured resume platform. Kaya ito tinawag na the most secured resume platform is because ikaw ang may control ng privacy settings mo 100%. And you heard me right. Ikaw may control. Ikaw as a user. No? Paano mo gagawin yan? Follow the screen, I'll show you. Look at the screen. Pag pumunta ka sa dashboard mo, pag nag-login ka na, punta ka sa dashboard mo. Sa dashboard, may nakalagay settings. Pag pinili mo yung settings, piliin mo yung privacy settings. Doon sa privacy settings, you will now choose the information that you want to show or hide in public. So kayo bahala mag-decide dito kung ano papakita mo or tatago mo sa public. Example para makarelate kayo. Ayaw mo pakita birthday mo. Ayaw mo pakita address mo. Ayaw mo pakita reference mo. Ano gagawin mo? Turn them off. So lahat na naka-off, hindi lalabas sa public. Now what if you decided to open it? Yan ang maganda sa resume link. Updated yan, real time. As in real time. Example lang 2 minutes later, na-realize mo, sige, pakita ko na nga birthday ko, baka sakaling batiin ako ng HR. Tinurn on mo, sinave mo yung profile mo, what happens next? Naka-on na. So lahat na binigyan mo ng resume link, alam na nila yung birthday mo. What if 5 days later, na-realize mo, open ko na lang yung address ko. Baka sakaling makonsider ng HR kasi malapit lang yung kumpanya doon sa bahay ninyo. Example lang. Diba? So tinurn on mo, sinave mo yung profile mo, what happens next? Lahat na binigyan mo ng resume link, updated na sila ng address mo. So depende yan sa inyo. If you want to show or hide, real-time update yan, kayo ang may control. Okay? So, moving forward, sa mga late dumating, sa mga kaka-join lang, nandun na po kami sa third step ngayon. You missed the 2 steps. So, the first step is for you to register. Register, wala itong bayad, libre po yan. Pangalawang step is to complete the information. Okay? Yan ang pinaka-logical. Dapat kompleto ang detalye. So, in completing your information, make sure your profile is interesting, attractive para makatch mo attention. Pag nakatch mo attention, magkasunod na yan kaagad. Titignan na ng HR yung information nyo. So, dapat kumpleto information nyo. At importante rin na dapat updated ang details nyo. Kasi pag hindi updated ang details nyo, hindi rin kayo contact. Diba? Lalo na yung contact information dapat updated. Okay? So, we go to the last step. Last step now is for you to submit your information. You want to apply now to the companies. No? You want to check out summer job, part-time job. Halimbawa lang, may job fair tayo. Halimbawa, may virtual career fair right now. Marami mga events. You want to explore those companies. Okay? So, paano mo gagawin yan? Bibigyan kita ng iba-ibang paraan. Lahat ito, practical application. Kahit saan man kayo, nasa Pilipinas, pwede mo ito gamitin. Wala sa Pilipinas, pwede mo rin ito gamitin. Okay? Paano? Show you the examples. Okay? Look at this. The first one is, you go to this link. This is the last time I will show you the link. So, you either write this down, take a picture, or memorize it, or screenshot. Depende kayo. Basta hindi ko na ito papakita ulit. Ito yung last time sa presentation ko. So, go to this link. Schools with an S, .jobs180.com/pup. Pagpunta mo sa link na to, ano gagawin mo? Try to scroll. Scroll down and you will see a lot of companies there. Okay? Most of the companies are also industry partner ni PUP. Okay? So you can check them out. Kung nabitin ka dun sa page na yon, pwede ka rin pumunta sa jobs180.com, www.jobs180.com. And from here, pwede kayo magtingin ng mga companies, marami mga logo dyan, at meron din kayo makitang search bar na nandyan. Now, the search bar that you will see there, hindi yung search bar para sa resume link. Kasi ang resume link, hindi siya searchable. Okay? Example lang I'll do a shout out. Halimbawa, you see here, Gen. If I'm going to type Gen sa social media account, maybe I'll end up with a few thousand Gen. Diba? Or a few 100,000 Gen. Depende. If I'm going to type there, Gemma Lin, maybe I'll end up with a few 100,000 Gemma Lin. Pag sa Facebook or social media account. Pero sa Jobs 180, pag tinype ko Gemma or Gemmaline, nothing happens because I don't even know anong link ni Ma'am Gemmaline. I don't even know anong link ni Jen or ni Jen. So, kailangan alam to ng HR, which means kayo magbibigay ng link dun sa respective companies. Okay? Anong purpose ng search bar na nandyan sa Jobs 180 na website? Ang purpose ng search bar dyan is for you to type the companies that you're looking for, the company name or the location. Now, ito lang papaalala ko. Pag may lumabas, edi meron. Pag wala lumabas, di wala. Diba? Ganun lang yan. Huwag natin pilitin. No? Hindi to magic. Kung wala, wala. Kung meron, meron. Okay? So, ano yung mga pwede natin gawin dito? If you want to apply to a company, even if you're not yet qualified, ulitin ko lang I'll just repeat what I've just said. If you want to be a part of a company, okay, regardless whether you're qualified or not, I recommend you give your resume link today. Bigay mo na resume link mo ngayon doon sa company niyan. Okay? So, I'll do a shout out lang. I see some companies that might be present today. We have here from Alorica, we have Concentrix, and we have here from eBar /Innodata. Okay, example lang. So, if you want to be part of those companies, regardless if you are qualified or not, ang recommend ko, bigay mo resume link mo ngayon, today. Bakit? Oh, I'll give an example. Okay? Nakita mo yung company. Okay? Sabi ng company, we're looking for someone with at least 3 years of experience. Oh, hindi lang 3 years. 5 years of experience. 5 years. Ayan. Parang lupit. 5 years. And you're now thinking, 5 years of experience? Freshman pa lang ako ngayon. Diba? How can I be part of that company? Malamang hindi ako papasa pag nag-submit ako ng resume link. Yes, tama ka naman. Hindi ka papapasa ngayon kasi freshman ka pa lang eh. Kailangan nila 5 years of experience. Pero bakit ko nire-recommend na ibigay mo resume link mo today? 2021, this year, bigay mo. Why? Because I'm sure, pagdating ng 2024, tama, graduate na kayo. Or 2025, graduate na kayo. Let's just say 2025, graduate na kayo para sure. Okay? Graduate na kayo by 2025, you started to work. You started to work na by 2025. 5 years later, 2030. 2030 na. Okay, by that time. Okay? Meron ka ng 5 years of experience. Okay? So anytime nag-update ka ng information mo, baka hindi mo kailangan antayin pa yung 2030, pwede ka na consider ng company sa iba pang mga positions nila. Diba? That's number 1 option. Another thing that could happen is by 2030, I'm sure meron ka ng 5 years of experience. Sigurado ko. And you never know, baka magkaroon ulit ng ganong opening dun sa company na gusto mong applyan, pwede ka na ma-consider. Hindi mo na kailangan magpabalik-balik para sabihin, sir, ako po yung nag-apply sa inyo 5 years ago. Ako po yung OJT nyo 3 years ago. Wala lang ganun pabalik-balik na information. Pwede mo na gawin, update mo lang resume link mo from your end. Ayos ba? Ayos, diba? O, yan. Tuloy ko pa. Okay. Some of you would like to send your resumes through email. Okay, there's nothing wrong in sending a resume through email. But how do you send your resumes through email? Do you write it like this? Dear HR Manager, I would like to apply for the following position and this is my resume. Tapos mag-attach ka ng Word file mo, PDF file mo, or whatever file you have. If that is what you're doing, pa nag-attach ka pa ng document sa email nyo, ang tawag dyan, traditional, pampabagal, makaluma. Hindi ko sinabing mali. Ang sabi ko lang, traditional, pampabagal, makaluma. Okay, ba't ko sinasabi yan? Hindi mo na kailangan mag-attach ng any file sa email mo. Ang gawin mo, ganito. Write the same email. Dear HR Manager, I'd like to apply for the following position and this is my resume. I-type mo na doon yung resume link mo. Example lang, look at the screen. Antonio Juan de la Cruz.jobsonity.com. I hope to hear from you soon. Thank you. Send. Tapos na. Yung magbubukas ng email mo, sigurado may internet connection. Kaya nga nabuksan ang email mo eh, di ba? Pagbukas ng email mo, ang gagawin lang ng HR, click na yung link. Pag click na yung link, ano mangyari? It will now be redirected to your resume link. At depende yan sa information na gusto mo ipakita or itago sa public. Ayos, di ba? Oh, yan. Kita nyo na. Kung meron kang gusto i-attach, gusto mo i-add or i-edit sa information mo, you don't keep on sending that to the HR. Kasi mapapagod ka lang yan. Tsaka ang hirap din i-keep track as an HR. I'm telling you, it's so difficult to keep track. Ano yung pinaka-latest na information nyo? Kasi may iba nagsasubmit, Dear HR Manager, this is now my updated resume. May iba naman sasabihin, Dear HR Manager, this is now my updated, most recent resume. Imagine, di ba? I have to keep track kung dami pa niya mga information yan. Whereas, if you're going to update your profile, update mo lang lahat sa loob ng resume link nyo. Yung mga attachment mo, dagdag bawas, kayo bahala, ano gusto mo i-edit, save your profile, lahat sila updated real time. Ayos, di ba? Okay, tuloy pa natin. Oh, ito pa isang good news ko pala. Sa mga freshman na nakikinig ngayon, you start to build your information as early as now. Huwag mo na antayin yung pagka-time na maghanap ka ng trabaho, tsaka mo isipin, ano kaya pinaggagawa ko nung freshman ako? Ano kaya mga org na sinalihan ko nung second year ako? Ano kaya mga activities or mga awards ko nung third year ako? Huwag mo na antayin yung time na yun kasi mas mahirap mag-isip, mag-throwback eh. Di ba? Mas mabilis mag-develop or mag-build ng career nyo, ng information nyo as you go along. Okay? Now, another good news pa is if you want to print your resume link, pwede mo i-print ang resume link mo. Ang maganda sa system, iti-try niya i-compress everything into one page. So whether it's 1 column or 2 column version, ang gagawin ng system, try niya compress everything into one page. Ayos ba? Ayos ba? O yan, depende yan. No? Basta kayo bahala. Kung gusto mo talaga mag-print ng resume link nyo, pwede mo i-print. Sa mga gusto lang mayroong printed copy. Now, ito pang re-recommend ko sa inyo. Sa mga gusto makatipid, at the same time, gusto mo mag-print ng resume nyo, ito yung gawin nyo. Ang tawag dito ay resume link card. Resume link card. Para sa business card. Look at the picture I'm showing you. Okay? So in one small bond paper or long bond paper, pwede ka mag-design. Design ka muna ng resume link card ninyo. Depende kung ano gusto mo gawin design. Depende sa information na lagay mo. Ikaw magsusulat niyan. Tapos i-print mo. Pagka-print mo, gupitin mo ngayon yung papel na yan. You can make 10, 20 sets of card in a small or long bond paper. Depende sa inyo. At yung small piece of paper na yan, yan ang tinatawag na resume link card. Yan ang ibibigay mo as a hard copy doon sa company. O, di ba? Can I apply to your company? Yes po, ma'am. Do you have a resume? Yes po, sir. Here's my resume. Bigay mo sa kanya maliit na papel. Ikaw may control ano information nilagay mo dyan. Kaya dalawa ang immediate benefit nito. Number one, cost efficiency. Tipid. Obviously, hindi ko na kailangan explain, 'di ba, sa isang long bond paper, 'di ba, you can make 10, 20 sets of cards. So tipid na 'yon instead of printing 10, 20 sets of long bond paper, 'di ba? Now, another advantage nito is secured ng information mo. Kasi pag nilipad ng hangin yung traditional resume format mo, hindi ko kasalanan yun hindi rin kasalanan ng HR. Pag nilipad ng hangin, ang kasalanan ng hangin. Okay? Nilipad ng hangin yung traditional printout mo. May nakapulot ng resume mo. Ano mangyayari? Whoever gets hold of that piece of paper, alam niya buong detalye mo. Well, don't deny it. Obviously, lahat ng information mo sa loob ng resume mo, kita na nung nakapulot ng papel mo. Pero kung nalipad yung maliit mong resume link card, kampante ka, meron kang peace of mind. Bakit? Kasi kung may nakapulot man yan, kontrolado mo pa rin yung privacy settings mo. So kayo may real time, diba, access to your information, whether what you want to show or you want to hide in public. Okay? O sige. Wrap up na tayo? Hindi pa, meron pa isa. Take advantage of the technology. Gamitin ang technology to your advantage. Karamihan ng mga aplikante ngayon, hindi na gumagamit ng papel. Yan ang napansin ko. I would say 95% of the time, I get applicants submitting digital format na. So, make use of your gadget, laptop man yan, tablet, smartphone, gamitin na natin yan. Pero wag niyo akong gagawin dahilan sa mga magulang niyo. Baka sabihin niyo, ako yung nagsasabi na dapat bumili kayo ng latest gadget. Hindi ko sinabi yan. Pag meron, gamitin. Pag wala, make do with what you have. Okay? Now, once you have your resume link, you can apply this even by writing it on a piece of paper. As in, sulat kamay sa mga registration form. Diba? Pwede mo ilagay doon, imbis na mahaba pa, name, email, phone number, address, course, gender, height, weight, postal code, ang dami-dami sinusulat. Pwede na lang simple. Pangalan, resume link. Tapos na. And that's what you now fill out dun sa mga registration forms. Okay? O, diba? I'm sure yung mga HR na apply nyo, may internet connection yan. Diba? Sino ba naman kumpanya ngayon wala pa internet? At kung meron man kumpanya walang internet, siguro naman ayaw mo na mag-apply dun sa kumpanya yun. Or mapapaisip ka na kung mag-apply ka pa ba dun. Diba? Okay. So wrap this up na. I'll wrap this up. Okay? Ano yung mga checklist natin para masabi yung tool nyo ay right tool? Number one, para sa akin, you can control your privacy settings. This resume link platform, ikaw may control nito 100%. Okay? Kayo may control what you want to show or hide in public. Pangalawa, yung efficiency, napapabilis yung pag-apply nyo. Kasi whatever you want to show sa HR, you can put it here. Whatever the HR needs from you, they can also ask you to attach it inside your resume link. Okay? And you can upload it today and then decide to delete it tomorrow. Or later on, 5 minutes later, delete mo. Diba? Depende, kayo may control. Okay? Flexibility is if you want to print your resume link, pwede siya maging hard copy. Whether 1 column or 2 column version, either way, the system will try to compress everything into 1 page. Okay? Another one is wala tong gastos. Okay? Tipid. Wala tong gastos. Sa mga humihirit sa inyo, sir, kailangan ko ng pang data, kailangan ko ng pang wifi. Yes, I understand. No? You have to you have to be resourceful in finding those internet connection. Now, pwede ka naman mag-connect ng libreng wifi or sa kapitbahay nyo, makikonnect ka muna. Later on, pag may trabaho ka na, bayaran mo internet nila. Diba? Ganun lang yan. Ano lang tayo? Tulungan lang tayo sa panahon ngayon. Okay? So, marami pa itong ibang benefits. You don't have to save it sa mga USB or hard drive nyo. Okay? Huwag ka na mong problema. Cloud-based ito. Okay, at the same time, if you want to share this to whatever platform, you can share this to whatever platform. You want to share it sa Viber, you want to share it sa Messenger nyo, sa text, sa email, kayo may control. Okay? Kayo may control sino bibigyan nyo or sasabihan nyo ng resume link nyo. Wala rin tong issue sa mga compatibility. Okay? Sa compatibility ng mga software, lahat yan pwede. Alright? So shout out lang ako sa mga school partners natin. Right now, by the grace of God, meron na po tayong 400 plus colleges and university partners nationwide. At kami nagpapasalamat sa bumubuo ng programa natin today, sila Engineer Flor Oquindo, si Ma'am Jane Pulma, at iba pa po, mga taga-PUP na hindi ko na mention. Thank you po for continuously inviting us to share this tool to your students, to your constituents. At kayo po, it doesn't end here. For those who are listening, you can share this to your relatives, to your friends. If you think this will be useful also for them, this will be helpful for them, please share itong resume link to them. Wala itong bayad. Libre pa ito. Okay? So, para ma-wrap up ko lang ito, may iba sa inyo nag-iisip ng mga tanong, nahiya magtanong, minsan sa open forum, nahiya magtanong eh. So, sagutin ko na yung mga common questions. The first question is, can I give my resume link to companies who don't know about jobs180.com? The answer is absolutely yes. Kahit hindi nila alam ang jobs180.com, pwede nila ma-open ang resume link mo basta alam nila ang resume link mo. Isa lang ibig sabihin nun, kayo magbibigay nun. Okay? Pangalawa, Pareho ba ito sa ibang job platform kagaya ng LinkedIn, JobStreet, More Than Jobs, other job site? Maraming mga job site dyan. Too many to mention. Okay? The answer is no. May dalawang major na pagkakaiba. Okay? So I will do a shoutout lang para may comparison kayo. Let me do a shoutout for JobStreet. Okay? Para may ma-compare kayo. With respect to JobStreet, kung ginagamit mo ang JobStreet na resume, pwede mo lang yan i-apply sa mga kumpanya na gumagamit din ng JobStreet. Pag ina-apply mong kumpanya, hindi gumagamit ng JobStreet, hindi mo na pwede gamitin yung JobStreet na resume mo. Okay? Yung resume link mo, pwede mo ito gamitin kahit na kaninong kumpanya, kahit na saang bansa pa yan. Okay? Kahit sa Pilipinas or wala sa Pilipinas. Basta may internet connection at alam nila ang resume link mo, they can type it sa browser. Ganun kabilis and they can see your information. Second difference, kung nabigay mo na ang JobStreet resume mo sa isang HR, wala ka na pwedeng baguhin. At least within 30 days, touch move na yan. Okay, wala ka na pwedeng i-edit. Na-submit mo no? Pag JobStreet ang resume format. Pero pag ginamit mo ang resume link na format, pag binigay mo sa kumpanya, anytime, real time, pwede mo i-edit yung information mo. Okay? So yan ang dalawang major differences. Okay? Third question, can I keep my information secured? I hope by this time sagot nyo ay yes. Okay? Sana na-convince ko na kayo na ito ang pinaka-secured na platform because kayo ang may control ng information nyo 100%. Okay, kayo may control yan through your privacy settings. The number 4 question is the most important question. Gaano kadalas ko dapat ina-update ang resume link ko? Ang sagot dito, every time na meron kayong babaguhin, lalo na yung contact details nyo. Kasi kahit baguhin mo lahat yan, yung mga awards mo, promotion mo, in-update mo lahat, diba? Nag-move ka na ibang position, example lang, nung nag-progress ka na sa career mo, pag hindi ka makontak ng HR, wala ring kwenta. Diba? Kaya importante na contact kayo ng HR. So update your information. Kung nag-away kayo ng boyfriend, girlfriend mo later on, nagpalit ka from prepaid to postpaid, please make sure you update your contact details. Okay? Now, the last question is just a trivia. Trivia lang ito. Trivia. Yan, mapalaisipan. Sabi nga, bakit siya tinawag na jobs180.com? Kaya siya tinawag na jobs180.com kasi we want to turn your life around 180 degrees. Oh, hindi sa 360. Sa mga ibang nag-iisip, ba't hindi 360? Kasi pag 360 degrees ang ginawa mo, babalik ka lang kung saan ka galing. So ikot ka lang ng ikot. Diba? Never ka na pupunta never ka makakarating sa pupuntahan mo. Pag 360 yan. That's why you have to do a 180 degrees, which is a straight line. Straight line towards your career goal. Okay? Kung may tanong pa kayo na magtanong, pumunta lang kayo sa website namin, emails or email sa info@jobsonity.com, like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter and Instagram to get the latest trends in recruitment. Okay? Again, my name is Kim Chu. Don't forget yung Isang magandang umaga po sa inyo lahat. Thank you. Thank you po.
Okay, maraming salamat, our Kim with an A. So, sir, yun ang bago mong pangalan daw Joke. Okay, siyang aming Kim Chua.
Yan.
Sa PUP. Okay, so guys, sir, may tanong dito. Wait
yes,
lang po Medyo naglolok ang aming internet ngayon.
Okay lang ma'am, ganun talaga.
Okay.
Pag maulan, mahina signal.
Yes, kakaiba siya sir So, medyo iba yung mga aming... Sir, pwede kong... Okay.
I think I see the question, ma'am.
Yes. Si Sir Angelo Noel from NPC. Ang takeaways daw niya, I like your first guest speaker for presentation and step in creating the resume, profile photos, cover photos, and checklist. I will use your first speaker in my personal growth to my friends, family, and classmates. I learned and enjoy a lot on the first speaker presentation despite of the busy schedules today.
Thank you,
Okay,
Angelo.
Sir Kim, may tanong, sino to? Si Belle? Belle?
Yes.
Okay, you want to open your camera, Belle? Okay, I ask you to unmute, ha? Okay, you can ask your question to Sir Kim. Belle?
Nahiya yata si Ma'am Belle.
Okay, mukhang nahiya, sir. Sir, ito sir yung question ni Belle. Ask ko lang po, verified naman po ang mga HR na naghahanap ng employees sa Jobs 180.
Yes, I think ang question mo is, are the companies valid or legit? Diba? Yun yung another way of interpreting your question. The answer there is yes. What we are doing is for due diligence, we ask for their legal documents. We want to make sure na meron silang legal existence, 'di ba? Sa Pilipinas, itong mga companies natin before we allow them to put their positions or advertise their positions sa ating website. Now, I also wanted to remind everyone, if ever lang may na-encounter kayo, okay? Kasi syempre, we can only do so much on our end, 'di ba? Later on, baka mamaya nagbago ng direction yung kumpanya. We don't even know, 'di ba? Baka alam mo na, mayroon silang mga malpractice na sa tingin ninyo ay illegal or hindi karapat-dapat na ginagawa. Please inform us about that scenario kung sakaling meron. Pero so far, since the time we started doing this jobs on ET.com, wala pa naman tayo na-encounter kumpanya na loko-loko or fly-by-night kung tawagin, yung mga siraulong kumpanya na nagtitake advantage ng aplikante. So far, wala pa naman. Okay, so kung meron kayo na-encounter lang, if ever lang na meron, please by all means, report them to us, let us know. Okay? Thank you. Okay lang, sira mic is okay. Kailangan gamitin din paminsan-minsan, baka kinalawang na. Kaya hindi na gumagana yung mic. Na biro lang. Okay? Ayan. Thank you.
Apo. Medyo sir kasi sa ngayon pong araw na to, meron po tayong mga participants na fourth year college, meron po tayong third year, meron
so
din
halo-halo.
tayong first year at meron
Okay.
tayong second year.
Very
So,
good.
yun siguro yung tanong nila. So, alam ko, most of you guys was excited na gumawa ng sarili nyong resume link. Okay, sir, si Bell, sabi niya, sira daw yung microphone niya
Oo nga,
and
ma'am,
thank
eh.
you, sir. Okay, let's check na naman natin po ang Facebook natin ha. Baka naman po may nagtanong din.
Sige ma'am, go
Okay,
lang.
mukhang wala.
Mukhang nahiya.
Mukhang wala, sir. Mukhang malinaw pa sa
Malinaw pa.
maliwanag pa sa
Thank
sikat
you.
ng araw ang discussion mo for today.
Thank
Okay,
you.
okay guys, may tanong ba kayo kay Sir Kim? We're going once?
Parang auction lang yan ha. Going once.
Okay.
Going
Going
twice.
twice? Okay, mukhang wala na, sir.
Mukhang wala na. So I put
Okay,
some
guys,
reminders lang
okay.
sa chat. Naglagay lang ako ng reminders sa chat. In case lang. So you can contact us kung meron kayong questions sa info@jobsunity.com. You also follow us sa Facebook tsaka sa YouTube for other mga webinars and mga lecture series in case you want to continue yung learning ninyo. Yan, libre po lahat yan. Okay? Yan.
Okay, sir. Maraming salamat, Sir Kim, and thank you for giving us this opportunity para makapag-share kayo about resume links sa aming mga estudyante, not just for PUP Main, but also for PUP branches and campuses.
Yes,
So,
sa lahat po.
all over Luzon na, sir.
Thank you.
So, hindi lang
Yay.
taga-PUP yung ating, na ngayon, sir, ha? Hindi lang din taga-PUP yung ating mga participants and
Yes.
listener or viewer for today. By the way, we're live on our PUP Career Center Facebook. So guys, please be reminded to like, follow us, and share yung mga event namin sa PUP Careers. Keep you posted, follow us on our Facebook. And you have to run to another meeting or you have to jump
Salamat
off to
po, Ma'am
another
Jane.
meeting.
Thank you.
So thank you, Sir Kim.
Stay
Opo,
safe sa
maraming
lahat
salamat,
po. Thank
guys.
you.
Guys, opo, okay.
Bye-bye.
Tapusin natin yung due to intermittent connection kanina, naputol yung message ni BP Sarmiento. So, guys, please allow me to play or share with you the message of Dr. Sinaida Sarmiento, our Vice President for Students Affairs and Services for this career talk and this morning.
ABP SAS and Director of Alumni Relations Career and Development Office, Engineer Flor Oquindo, Chief Jane Pulma and Chief Mabel Belmonte, representatives from our industry partners and participating companies, other guests, and to our dear students, a pleasant morning to all of you. It is my pleasure to welcome all of you to this career talk. This is one of the activities of the university, specifically the ARCDO, where we would like our students to know the importance of building one's career path. Our dear students, knowing and determining where you want to go and how to get there are our main goals why we have this career talk. Likewise, the university would like to help you achieve your goals in securing future jobs or internships. In this event, you will have the opportunity to meet your future employers, reputable and well-established companies representatives who will inspire and motivate you to work hard to achieve your future goals. To our industry partners and participating companies, thank you for partnering with us and for the opportunity that you are giving our students find their employment or find a good venue for their on-the-job training. May we maintain our intensive relationship and in the process both benefit from it. Rest assured that this university will continue to be your partner in your worthy endeavors. PUP will continue to cultivate its students' potential to make them more productive with exceptional skills and know-how which are needed by your companies. I would like to extend my deepest gratitude and utmost appreciation to ARCDO team, headed by AB Pisas and Director Flor Oquindo, and to all participants and sponsors who made this event a success. Again, welcome to this career talk, and may our good Lord bless us all.
Excuse me po, ma'am, naka-mute po kayo.
Excuse me po, ma'am.
Okay, nakamute. Sorry guys, nawala ako kasi nag-unstable siya. Okay guys, ulitin natin. So, thank you BP Sarmento for your message for the ARCDO team as well as the participants and industry sponsor for this event. Okay, so we'll go to our next speaker. Our next speaker is from a technology-enabled business, global business service company, specializing in customer engagement and improving business performance of some world best brands. So every day they do have 40 countries across the 6 continents and deliver the next generation customer experience and help the companies better connect with their customer. They create business outcome and differentiate client through technology, design, data, process, and people. They provide services to the client of automotives, banking, financial services, or financial and insurance services, healthcare provider, technology, customer and electronics, media and communication, retail and e-commerce, travel and transportation, technology and public sector. So they are different by design. So let's welcome Mr. JP Aninuevo from Concentrix Philippines to discuss about personality assessment. Mr. JP Aninuevo is a partner relation partner of talent delivery of Luzon. Sir JP, good morning.
Good morning and good morning to everyone. Thank you so much for having me again here at PUP, and good morning to all of the people who are here, not only in Zoom, but also the ones watching on Facebook. So my name is JP Ananuevo. I'm the Deputy Manager for Talent Acquisition, and I'm also in charge of partnership relations for Luzon here for Concentrix. So let me share with you my screen so we can start my talk as quickly as possible, and also hopefully I'll try to make it as quick as possible for everyone. Ayan. So siguro sana nakikita po natin ang ating white screen na nasa ating screens ngayon. Okay, so let me just talk to you guys about, first of all, let me just introduce what my company is all about, where I work for is all about. So I work for Concentrix, and Concentrix is a global business services company, and we deliver extraordinary customer, employee, and user experiences for more than 450 of the world's best brands. To make it short, we are a business process outsourcing company, and we have a lot of clients or accounts. So they belong to 450 of the world's best brands. You know, you'll never know, baka yung ginagamit yung mga products maaaring kasama ito sa mga lines of businesses that we support and even industries that we support at Concentrix. Concentrix is doing a lot of services for our clients like analytics and consulting, automation and optimization, customer engagement centers, digital self-service, experience design and mobility, gig platform, marketing solutions, technology and systems integration, and voice of customer. But here in the Philippines, we are best known for our customer engagement centers. Like, elsewhere in the world, ang Pilipinas, kilala tayo for our customer engagement services. We've been operating here in the Philippines for 19 years, and we have more than, we're running at 90,000 people in staff, making us the largest BPO in the Philippines and one of the largest private employers in the country today. Now we have more than 127 clients, and it's continuously growing because every year we usually add more lines of businesses or more clients in our list. And then we have 46 centers scattered across the country in 15 cities. So Mapa Luzon, Mapa Visayas, Mapa Mindanao, merong Concentrix dyan. And because of our business acumen, our practices, and our culture, it's not really a surprise that we were also awarded with different types of recognition throughout the years. In fact, we have more than 100 recognitions that we have. Like for example, for 2020, comparably voted us as Best Company for Diversity for Women, Best Company Culture, and Best Company Leadership. In the recently concluded 2021 World HRD Congress, we were also named as one of Asia's Best Employer Brand. We were also just named, in fact, kakapost lang at the 12th Asia CEO Awards 2021 as part of the Circle of Excellence for Service Excellence Company of the Year, Executive Leadership Team of the Year, and Expatriate Executive of the Year. And also in the 2021 International ICT Awards, we were voted Best Company of the Year, Best Employer of the Year, Best Contact Center BPO Company of the Year, Best Foreign-Owned Company, and Outstanding Use of ICT Services to Fight COVID-19. So we're not just the biggest BPO center in the Philippines, but we are also the best. So that being said, let's go over my talk for you this morning. Now, I have some questions. In our lives, we normally have some decisions that we have to think about really carefully. For example, and this is, these are questions na bata pa lang tayo, tinatanong na tayo. In fact, nung bata ka, tinanong ka niya. I'm pretty sure, tinanong tayong lahat nito. Ano gusto mo maging pagtanda mo? Okay? And I'm sure that everybody had a different answer. Can somebody share, like maybe one person, can you share what was your ambition when you were a child growing up? Meron ba dito? You can put it in the chat, or you can put it, or if you want, you can speak as well. Okay? Everybody has an ambition. Kahit ako noon, when I was young, pag tinatanong ako noon, nung bata ako, gusto kong maging ganito, gusto kong maging ganyan. And when you're young, normally, you're influenced by what you see on TV, yung mga napapanood mo sa cartoons. Kaya merong mga bata gusto nila maging superhero, gusto nila maging ganito, and so on. As you grow older, you're further asked, what college course are you thinking of taking when you graduate out of high school? Natanong na kayo niyan, I'm pretty sure. Kaya nga kayo nandito sa PUP, kaya nyo napili ang inyong mga kurso. Okay? At one point in your lives, tinanong kayo, anong gusto mong kunin sa college? Diba? Further down the road, when you graduate out of college, well, this one muna, what were the factors that you considered in deciding what course to take in college? Kasi ang daming kurso. Di ba sa PUP lang, ang daming kurso dyan na pwede mong pagpilian. But what made you decide on your course? And like what I said earlier, further down the line, you will still be asked some more questions. Minsan mga magulang mo na magtatanong sa iyo nito, what do you want to do in life? Anong gusto mong mangyari sa buhay mo? And in all of these things, when you're faced with these types of life-changing decisions, kasi believe it or not, yes, yung pagkuha mo ng kurso, that will change the course of your life at one point. Because now you're zeroing in on how you are positioning yourself in the future. But in these types of questions, there are always some factors that would affect your decision. Diba? Una na dyan, parents. Magulang mo minsan, one of the biggest influences, if not the biggest influence in your life would be your parents or your guardians. Because sometimes nakikita mo, di ba, merong mga anak na kung ang mga magulang nila doktor, naging doktor din. Okay? So that can influence or sway your decisions or your decision-making capabilities. Your teachers and your school can also affect the way you would see life and how you would position yourself in the future. Okay? At the same time, your friends and your peers. In fact, when I was in high school, ultimo pag-enroll ko noon, tinatanong ko sa mga kaklase ko, kailan ka mag-enroll para mag-enroll na rin ako. Para siguradong magkakaklase kami. And believe it or not, in the school where I went to, for some reason, ganun na nangyayari. Pag nagsabay-sabay kayo ng pag-enroll, chances are, mas malaking chance na magkakasama kayo sa isang section. Of course, in college, it totally becomes so different, right? But friends and peers can also affect and influence your decision-making capability. Ultimo minsan sa pagligaw ng pwede mo maging girlfriend or boyfriend, whatever you want to call it, even, in the future down the line, sometimes your parents and friends can also influence how you live your life as well. Kaya nga, di ba, meron tayong tinatawag na peer pressure, di ba? So those are things that can affect as well. Fad. Ano ang fad sa Tagalog? Uso. Ano bang uso? Diba? In the same manner, external influences or the environment can also affect your decision-making capabilities. For example, in the age of social media, marami nang nagiging vloggers, marami nagiging influencers, all because they know that they can earn from creating TikTok videos, they can earn from creating videos in Instagram, and Facebook, and YouTube, and wherever, right? So dumadami ng dumadami. Pero the more you look at it, are the contents unique or are the contents the same, right? But looking at it, yan ang nagagawa ng fad or uso and external influence in creating, certain decisions that you make in life. Diba? Lalo na ngayon, maraming tao nawawalan ng trabaho. So maraming tao na nagvo-vlog. In fact, you notice YouTube right now, maraming mga artista na naggawa na ng sarili-sarili ng mga channels, all because wherever station they were working at, hindi ganun kalaki din ang kita. So they need to have their own projects. So that can affect their life's decisions as well. Interests or passions. I think that is one thing also that is very influential in our lives. Ano ba yung gusto mong gawin? What is it that is in your heart that you want to do? Okay? Another factor that affects your life's decision is your financial situation. Realistic tayo. Merong mga tao na kumuha ng kurso nila kasi yun ang sinabi ng magulang nila kasi nga ito ang kanilang sitwasyon currently para makakuha ka ng trabaho, matulungan mo pamilya mo, and so on and so forth. And that's that's the reality of life here in the Philippines. So these are the things that usually become a factor in how you decide for your future. Now, my question now for everyone, ito yung ating reflection mode. Did you ever reflect on who you are and used it to your life's decisions? Kasi usually when we create our decisions, when we're faced with a certain type of question in our life, like yung mga ganon, yung life-altering questions like ano bang gusto mong mangyari sa buhay mo, ganyan-ganyan. Usually, ang tao, iisipin nila ano bang iniisip ng ibang tao, ano ba iniisip ng magulang ko, ano bang gusto nilang mangyari, iniisip niya na ano ba yung current financial situation ko. But I don't know in general if people have stopped and reflected, sino ba ako at ano nga ba ako at paano ko paano ko magagamit yung pagkakaalam ko sa kung sino ako sa mga magiging desisyon ko sa buhay. And this is basically the whole core of my talk with you this morning. Because this morning, we're going to talk about personality check, analyzing your personality for your future goals. Everybody has a personality, okay? In fact, a lot of the shows sometimes that you see on TV and even on YouTube, kasi ngayon, kaya na nating panoorin kahit yung mga shows sa Czech Republic, sa Thailand, and so on, right? One of the things na naging uso sa Pilipinas noon, medyo ngayon pa rin, nandun pa rin, any form of reality TV. Right? Halimbawa, nandiyan yung Pinoy Big Brother. If you're watching foreign shows, merong The Bachelor, and so on and so forth. Okay? At the end of the day, when you watch these videos or when you watch these television shows, it's all about a contest of personality. Parang lagi na lang natin sa PBB, magsisimula na naman ng PBB, di ba? May kaibigan nga akong kasama doon ngayon. Diyan sa PBB, di ba? Anong nagiging rason bakit ninonominate ng isang housemate ng isang housemate? And in the same manner, anong nagiging rason ng pag-select ng mga taong bayan para iboto to save or to evict ang isang tao? If you analyze it all the more, it all boils down to personality. Personality is very important because even as you go through life, you will realize that this is the most important factor of all. Personality can be defined as a characteristic way of thinking, feeling, and behaving. It also embraces moods, attitudes, and opinions, and is most clearly expressed in interactions with other people. To simplify what the definition is on personality, this is basically who we are, how we think, how we feel, and how we behave. And this basically transcends to how we interact with other people because of our attitude, our opinions, and how we express it, and how our interactions will then mold us to becoming our unique individuality or our unique self. Personality will include behavioral characteristics that are both inherent and acquired. So pag sinabi natin inherent, pinanganak na tayong ganyan, lumaki na tayong ganyan ng personality natin. In fact, kung sino man ang magulang na nanonood dito ngayon, alam nila yan na napansin na nila sa mga anak nila, baby pa lang yan. Ultimo sa pag-iyak, sa paghingi ng pagkain, for example, nung baby pa lang yan, nakita na nila at one point kung anong klaseng ugali magkakaroon ang kanilang mga anak. What kind of personality their children will have. Meron mga magulang yan na habang hawak-hawak yung anak, naku, bugnutin tong batang to. Naku, iyakin tong batang to. Okay? Because those are certain type of inherent characteristics. Okay? Some of our characteristics are also more physiological na na-affect how we are. And then majority of the personality that we develop throughout our lives are acquired in terms of behavior. Meaning, maaaring mag-iba ang personality ng isang tao mula ngayon, pabukas, at sa susunod pang mga taon. There are certain things that we acquire as we go along the way, and that will also shape who we are. Mapapansin mo yan. I'm actually preparing for the 25th anniversary of my high school batch. And I just got the information yesterday. And then I tried thinking about my own batch, my own classmates and so on. Alam ko mga ugali nila. And then, some of them I've kept contact for, all these years. And mind you, these friends of mine, so it's the 20th anniversary when we graduated out of high school, but I've known them since the 80s. So I've known them for like 30 plus years of my life. I'm 43. So go compute na lang tayo, no? And you notice that people have changed. Yung mga dating maloko, hindi na maloko ngayon kasi serious parents and fathers na sila. So there are a lot of things that can still change you as to who you are. So that is the purpose of this particular talk. Now here is something from Paul Harris, who is the founder of Rotary Club. Personality has the power to uplift, the power to depress, power to curse, and the power to bless. This is a very important quotation on personality. Because how you are, kung ano yung personality mo, yung personalidad mo, it can affect the way people see you, their impressions of you, and how they will interact with you. Merong mga taong nakaka-inspire. These are the people who can uplift. At the same time, merong mga taong napakabigat kasama. Sometimes they're not doing anything at all, pero parang nabibigatan ka, parang ang bigat nilang kasama, bigat nilang dalhin. Maybe they're more negative than what you would expect them to be, Kaya natin nasasabi ito. Now, in order for you, for us to talk more about what this topic is all about, it's important for us to know our personality traits. Our personality traits affect our character dispositions and the decisions we make. Okay? Merong mga taong napakabilis maggawa ng desisyon. Meron din mga tao na binibase ang decisions nila in life on what they feel only. Meron na rin mga tao na they would base their decisions on what they observe. Okay? This comprises your whole personality traits. Okay? The traits you have developed throughout your life will play a major role not only in your personality, but it can also affect your career and overall quality of life. Okay? And that is why the topic of my talk this morning is personality check, analyzing your personality for your future goals. This is knowing your goals and your personality and how your personality can help you achieve your goals. Okay? Now, textbook-wise, let's just use one type of reference for the meantime in terms of personality types. Kasi different psychologists and different researchers will tell you that there are X amount of personality types or certain type of personality types. So let's just use something that is also most widely used by companies, for example, because some companies, they also employ or they assess their applicants in terms of their personality. Okay? That's why I mentioned kanina, personality could be a very important factor in your life. Okay? Because for one, you don't just get a job because of your skill. Because here's a reality check for everyone. Hindi lang kayo ang matalino, hindi lang kayo ang may kakakayahan, hindi lang kayong nakatapos ng ganyang kurso. Milyong tao din will have the same credentials as you. Hundreds and thousands of people will have the same credentials as you. And in most cases, you see hundreds of people applying for the same type of job you are applying for in the future. So, ano ang nagiging main factor ngayon ng karamihan ng mga kumpanya in getting employees. It's their personality. So it's important for you to know your personality, because if you are going to do your job in researching in the future about that company, you should be able to find out what kind of personality they need in that company. Okay? Now, let me introduce to you this person. His name is Carl Gustav Jung. Okay? Hindi Jung, Jung. He's a he's a Swiss psychiatrist and psychoanalyst, and he founded analytical psychology. Now, Carl Jung has what he calls the theory of psychological types. Ang sabi niya, that there are three types of psychological personalities, or there are three psychological types, and this is based basically on the preference of an individual leaning towards a certain factor. One is preference of general attitude. Is the person more extroverted, or is the person more introverted? I'll define that later on, okay? Next, preference of one of the two functions of perception. Is the person more sensing, or does the person rely more on his intuition? The third one, in his theory of psychological types, preference of one of the two functions of judging. Is he more of the thinking type of person, or is he the more feeling type of person? So this is his theory of psychological types. And this is actually, it became very popular. In fact, there was one woman, her name was Isabel Briggs Myers. She was an American writer, but she was also a practitioner of Carl Jung's theory. Now, along with her mother, Catherine Briggs, she developed the Myers-Briggs type indicator test. And that Myers-Briggs type indicators test, para tayong nagtatang twisters this morning, no? This kind of personality test is widely used in a lot of companies nowadays. So ano yung nangyari dyan? So alam na natin na merong three psychological types na nilagay si Carl Jung. Okay? Itong sila Isabel Briggs, nagdagdag ng isa pa. And this is basically whether a person is more judging or more perceiving. Now, all of these psychological types now were put together, and that's how the Myers-Briggs type indicator was formed. Now, I don't want to be so academic about this, so let's just discuss it as we go. Okay? So Myers-Briggs type indicator is an introspective self-report questionnaire indicating different psychological preference in how people perceive the world and make decisions. Okay? Now, this test attempts to assign you in 4 categories: introversion or extroversion, sensing or intuition, thinking or feeling, judging or perceiving. Basically, what all of those the psychological types theory is all about. So let me explain what these categories are. First is extroversion versus introversion. This signifies that the source and direction of your energy expression is either going out to the external world or something that's more internal. Kaya nga meron tayong tinatawag na mga extroverts and introverts. Okay, mga extroverts, these are the active type of people. They're very hearty. They have variety in terms of their attitude. They're more into the outside world. In other words, sila yung mas expressive. They can easily express their feelings and their thought. They can speak what they think, and they are very sociable. Opposite nun, mga introverts. They're more reflective, they're more quiet, nasa isang tabi lang, mas focused, meron silang sariling mundo, that's why they have their inner world, they're more measured, they think clearly, and then they speak. Okay? They don't just speak as they think first before they speak, and they have more solitude. Okay? So for everyone who's listening right now, try to think about yourself for them, as I'm saying this. Are you more of an extrovert or are you more of an introvert? Okay? Believe it or not, this is something that you can change also. Because like what I said, your personality changes as you go through your life. When I was young, I was actually an introvert. In fact, kahit na dinadala ako ng parents ko noon sa children's parties and so on, I would only sit in one corner of the wherever venue it was. Hindi pa noon uso ang mga children's party sa McDonald's nung panahon ko. Okay? I will just sit in one corner and not talk. I will only talk if I was spoken to. Okay? I was more of an introvert. And then when I was in grade 4, that was when my music teacher realized I had a good voice. And she asked me to sing in front of the class, which I was terrified doing at that time. But that was grade 4. And believe it or not, grade 7, may grade 7 sa school na pinag-aralan ko. When I was in grade 7, I won in my first ever singing contest. So that was a baptism of fire because I was slowly being developed from being an introvert to someone that's more extrovert. And look at what I'm doing right now. I'm speaking with all of you. Kahit sabihin nyo pang virtual to, okay? This is something that I've already acquired also and changed in terms of my personality. The second personality type or category would be sensing versus intuition. By the way, ewan ko kung napapansin nyo, iba yung kulay ng ilang letters doon sa ating mga titles dito, right? May ibig sabihin yan mamaya, so later I'll show you. Okay? So, sensing versus intuition. This is a method by which someone perceives information. How do you process information that you get? Okay? Sensing, you're a sensing type of person if you mainly believe that the information that you are getting is directly from the external world. Whereas intuition means that a person believes mainly information he or she receives from an internal or an imaginative world. Anong ibig sabihin yan? Sensing people would rely more on facts. They are more down to earth. They are more practical. Ito yung mga tao na gagamitin nila yung 5 senses nila bago sila mag-create ng decision. Ito yung mga tipong hindi ako maniniwalang nangangaliwa si ganito hanggat di ko nakikita. Diba? Yung mga ganyan. They would rely more on their past experiences and would use their past experience in their future decisions. Okay, they use their past and even their present situations in their decision-making capabilities and how they process information. You are more of an intuitive type of personality from the word intuition. Anong intuition sa Tagalog? Kutob. Okay, so ito yung mga binibase lang sa ideas nila. Minsan, kung ano na panaginipan nila, minsan may mga ganun. Ako noon, there was one time na panaginipan kong ikakasal yung ate ko. And I was, kasi I was a very possessive child when I was young and I was very close to my sister. And so when I woke up, inaway ko siya ng inaway. Kasi feeling ko talaga, kakasal na siya. This was in 1986. Guess what? In 1987, kinasal siya. So anyway, but dreams, theories, our theories in life and our ideals, okay, our imagination, these are the more intuitive type of people, how they process information. So now, think again. Are you more sensing or are you more intuitive? Okay? So this is a whole reflection type of thing that you can do. The next type of personality is thinking versus feeling. So this is now how you get your information. Ito naman, how you process information. You're a thinker if you are the type of person who would make your decision based on logic. Talagang pinag-isipan mo to. May objective ka, you're very frank, you're all for the truth, justice, you critique yourself, you critique the outside world, you're task-oriented. Because you think about it. Hindi ka nadadala ng basta-basta kung anong sinasabi dyan. A feeling type of person means that as a rule, you will make your decision based on emotion. Ano yung nararamdaman mo? What you feel like you should do. So this is where your values and your morality comes in, your personal opinions, tactfulness, love, mercy. Okay, you're the type of people who would praise also, and you're more people-oriented. A thinking type of person is more task-oriented because there's a task at hand, there's an action to be done, and I will do it based on this capacity because I have logic, like focus tayo dyan. Whereas a feeling type of person, you're more people-oriented. Yung mga sasabihin ko ba na nangangaliwa ang kaibigan ko kaso masasaktan yung damdamin niya, ayoko masaktan ng damdamin niya. Yung mga ganun. You weigh more on your feeling and your gut feel. Okay? Next is judging and perceiving. Ito yung dinagdag ni Isabel Briggs. This is how a person implements the information. So yung isa, how you get your information. Yung isa naman, how you process the information. And now, how you implement the information that you get. Okay? So a judging type of person means that you organize all of your life's events, and as a rule, you stick to your plan. Ito yung meron kang listahan. Okay? Noong 2020, may pinalabas na series online, Hello Stranger. Sorry, ito yung unang naisip ko kasi BL fan din ako, no? Hello Stranger came out, and one character there, si Nico, played by JC Alcantara, he was a judging type of person. How did I come up with that kind of conclusion? Because he listed his life's goals. And he wants to clearly follow through with what he planned in life. Kailangan ma-dean's lister siya, kailangan gumraduate na summa, kailangan makatapos ng ganito, kasi kailangan niyang yumaman. Pak. May checklist ka sa buhay. Meron bang mga taong ganun dito? Ako dati may ganun ako eh. Okay? Again, as you go through life, you realize that you change your personality based on either what your need is or how you see the world and how it has evolved around you and how you can evolve around the world. So you could change from being more of a judging type of person to a more of perceiving type of person, meaning that you are inclined to improvise as you go along the way and explore alternative options. So yung mga judging, ito yung mahilig sa closure. Okay? Ito yung mga mahilig, they're very strict on decision, you're more scheduled, you're organized, you plan ahead, you like to have control, and you're more into the now. Whereas a perceiving type of person is more of, you're more open, you're more spontaneous, you're more adventurous also. Somewhat disorganized. Some people would perceive you to be disorganized kasi pwede kang strike whenever eh. 'Di ba? Pwedeng depende kung anong nasa bola ko ngayon. Okay? You're also more into experience, you're more flexible, and you're more into the later as opposed to more into the now. Okay? So, in your case, for all the students who are listening right now and who are watching, what kind of person are you? Are you more of a judging type of person or are you more of a perceiving type of person? Okay, so this is a good reflection for everyone because the whole purpose of this talk is for you to analyze yourself, analyze your personality because it will affect the way you decide and the way you decide will affect your life as well. Now the question is, should my personality belong to just one type? Kasi di ba tinanong ko kayo, are you more of the ganito or this? Are you more this or that? Okay. Should you box yourself in one type of personality only? The answer there is no. Because first of all, when Carl Jung and Isabel Briggs Myers came up with these theories, it's not really to have a purpose of boxing people in a specific personality because individuality and authenticity is very complex. Okay? Ang pagpapakatotoo at ang pagpapakatao, yung who you are, it's a very complex thing. So it should not only belong to one specific type. You will always realize that you are a combination of these things. In fact, the Briggs-Myers test will conclude and will put you in either any of the 16 personality types that I have here. Okay? Ito yung purpose kung bakit nagkaiba-iba yung kulay ng ilang letra dun sa mga titles ko kanina. Okay? Because you can combine all of these types of personalities, you know, how you get your information, how you display your energy to the world, how you get your information, how you decide on your information or process your information, and how you implement your information. So it can fall in any of these. And in order for you to know which combination you are, it would be nice for you to take a test. Okay? And ideally, you know, when you apply for a job and they give you this type of test, may bayad ito eh, and a company normally pays for it, and you know, it's part of what we call our cost per hire, our recruiting cost. Okay? But believe it or not, you guys can check on your personality based on this type of theory so that it can help you in the future for free. Okay? How can you assess your personality type? How can you be more accurate in assessing your personality type? Okay? Here is an example of a website that you can go to. So if you want to take a screenshot of this website, you can do so. It's humanmetrics.com/CGI-win/jtypes2.asap. Okay? Hindi ito sponsored. I just came across this website a few months ago when I was preparing for this type of talk also for a different batch. And when I saw this particular assessment, it's not really 100% Isabel Myers-Briggs, but it's based on the Myers-Briggs type indicator. I find it it's very accurate to my personality because I've already taken this type of test. But if you want to screenshot this, please screenshot it because it can help you. Basically, if you go to this website, it will show you this particular page, okay, the Young Topology Test. And all you have to do is to answer the questions that you see here. There are 64 questions. And it will make you reflect at magpakatotoo kayo sa mga answers nyo. For example, number 1, you are almost never late for your appointments. Okay? So, if there are options on how to answer, it's either a big yes, kung talagang you are really never late. Yes, if it's for the most time, you know, most of the time you're late, you're on time, but may mga pasundot-sundot na late. If you're uncertain, you can select uncertain also pag hindi mo talaga alam ang sarili mo. A small no and then a big no. Okay? No meaning when you say you're almost never late, tapos yun, just check on that. Like ka nalilate o ano. And answer those 64 questions. At the end of it all, when you submit your answers, it will take you to this page. And it will show you what your combination is. And this is mine. I took this last week, actually, because I had this kind of topic with a different school. So I took this last week. And I normally would take it every month because, you know, sometimes your views in life and, you know, sometimes it changes also. Just to see if there's certain change. And it's nice to, you know, have some form of getting in touch with yourself every now and then. Okay, so I am more of an ENFJ, meaning I'm an extrovert, intuitive, feeling, and judging. And you will even see the percentile of that particular personality type sa'yo. Okay, so I have a moderate preference for extroversion over introversion, which is also true. I have a slight preference to intuition over sensing, which is true also. Papakatotoo lang tayo, di ba? More feeling than thinking, which is true also. Slight preference of judging over perceiving also. Nakikita mo yan. Now, the good thing about this is it can also define. So parang dito nakikita nyo, ENFJ type description. If you click the full description, it will tell you and define what that combination is for you. And the more I read this last week, the more I realized, oh nga, ito ako ngayon. This is me. This is exactly who I am. Okay? And if you notice here on the side, in the right side, it says career choices, even learning style and communication skills, and even famous people who have the same personalities as you. Okay, but career choices is a good thing, especially for those who are here. You know, when you are going to graduate and so on. And this is a good way for you also to reflect on the kind of course that you took. Okay, hindi natin sinasabi na mag-drop out kayo ng course, but I have a message here when it comes to personality. Okay, so when I looked at the career choices under my particular personality type, I realized that this is basically what I'm doing right now, honestly, or what I have done as well. For example, it says here that for my personality type, you know, I'm going to be good as a counselor, any role in psychology, social work, and education. I was once a teacher. I was for the longest time in training and development, which is pretty much education as well. I was very active in social work. I still am actually, and I am a part of some organizations and associations. My job now is all about, you know, managing people also. So counseling is part of that. I'm in recruitment or HR, if you want to call it that way. Although in the BPO sector, HR and recruitment is very different, but it's under the form of psychology. I did take a paramedical course when I was younger, when I started my career, or when I started college. In fact, I took dentistry. Um, and then actually, after dentistry, I took computer science. I also finished computer science. So if you notice, everything sumaswak sa akin. Okay? I could have a career in management, which I am basically doing as well. Fashion merchandising, which is one of my interests, believe it or not. And it wasn't even something that was asked in the, you know, it wasn't directly asked in the test. Tapos lumabas yung fashion merchandising. And I was like, wait a minute. You know what, guys? In 2020, I took a course online in fashion merchandising from a very prestigious university outside in the foreign university. Okay? Politics, doon tayo medyo pass, pero pwede daw ang aking personality sa politics. Okay? So, this is a good way for you to get to know yourselves. And like what I said, knowing your personality is basically very important. Why is it important now to make a self-assessment of your personality? Because you have to know if the kind of person you are will fit the kind of goal that you have. Kasi hindi naman yan magic eh. Okay? Halimbawa, gusto mong maging presidente ng Pilipinas, pero wala ka namang ginawang kahit na papanong kontribusyon para gumanda ang buhay ng tao. Paano ka bobotohin? Diba? So it's still about, you know, knowing what your goals and how you can place yourselves in that path so that you can finish your goal or attain your goal. So knowing your personality is very important. Kailangan alam mo kung sino ka. Kasi at the end of the day, when this life, and believe you me, when you graduate out of college, life will be more complicated than ever. And you can get lost in the whole process. So you have to know who you are. And that is why it is important to make a self-assessment. Kung gusto mong makapasok sa ganitong trabaho, alam mo dapat kung anong klaseng personality ng tao na kinukuha nila. In the same manner, you know, right now in the college courses that you're taking, what kind of jobs directly and indirectly related to it are there realistically for you? And what kind of personality would these particular careers, not just jobs, you have to look, you know, down the line, career, you know, how you move up into the organization, how will that figure in the kind of personality that you have? You have to think ahead. Okay? You know, meron tayong short-term goals, you have your long-term goals. Okay? So this is how you deal with personality assessments in relation to your goal. Number one, be true to yourself. When you answer those personality assessments, be true to yourself. Sagutin mo ng tama. Kung ikaw ay pala late, lagay mo na late ka palagi. Kung talagang hindi mo bet yung ganito, ilagay mo. Because in knowing who you are, that will unlock a door to a greater world outside. But you have to know who you are and how you can adapt to that world. Okay? So be true to yourself. Magpakatotoo tayo. Next, know your goals. Have you even created your own goals? Ang goals nyo ba right now para makagraduate? Pero what goes after that? Because there's a huge world outside of your school when you do graduate. Okay? When you start working, for example, actually kahit na sa pagkuha nyo ng OJT, that's a whole different type of ball game there. That's a whole different type of world. So what are your goals? Create your short-term goals, create your long-term goals. And this time, let's have that new practice of putting your personality into those goals as well. Because you have to fit your personality to your goals. Gusto mong maging manager 5 years down the line. A manager is supposed to be somebody who knows how to deal with people, how to deal with different types of people. Pero kung ikaw naman ay medyo closed ang personality mo, na gusto mo ikaw lang ang Diyos, ikaw lang ang nasa center of the universe, maybe you're not well equipped yet to become a manager. Okay? And this is what I'm saying when I said that at the end of the day, it doesn't matter kung ikaw ang pinakamatalino because you can be book smart but you don't have the interpersonal skills. You know what I mean? And those interpersonal skills will matter when a job or when an employer interviews you because they are not just getting people to fill in a position. They're getting a person who can possibly stay with their organization and grow with them. How can you grow if you don't want to grow yourself? Okay? So fit your personalities to your goals. As early as now, what is it that you want to achieve in life? Okay? That's a question that we tend to try to, we don't like to face it directly kasi we're always living in the now, YOLO, you only live once. But, in living once, you don't really think about paano pag nagkasakit ako, magkano ang kakailanganin ko para pagalingan ng sarili ko. Pag ako nagkapamilya, paano ako, you have to think ahead. Because if your goal is to have a family also, then there's a certain type of personality that goes along with it. Okay? And in knowing what personality is needed for those goals and your personality, kinumpare mo, you now have to be open to changes. Because changes will happen. If there is one thing that is constant in this world, it is change. Guess what? The world will not stop for you. It will continue rotating and revolving. Diba? May ganyan eh. Hindi umiikot sa iyong mundo. Totoo yun. Hindi iikot sa iyong mundo. Ikaw ang dapat na makiayon sa kung ano man ang nangyayari sa mundo. So be open for changes. Open yourselves. Embrace change. And more importantly, be a catalyst for change. Because in showing the world how open you are in changing yourself with your goals, pag yan nag-swak, then you can be more successful. And that ends my talk with everyone this morning. Thank you very much again. And I'm open to questions if you have any. Thank you.
Yes. Maraming salamat, Sir JP. So, again, sa ating participants sa Zoom, saka sa Facebook page, maraming salamat for joining us on this event. And at the same time, and taking your time off, despite of your busy schedule and a rainy Tuesday. Okay? So, guys, lagi kayong mag-iingat and stay safe. May tanong po ba tayo kay Sir JP? Guys, pwedeng magtanong. Or mas maliwanag pa sa sikat ng araw ang discussion ni Sir JP. Personality assessment. Guys, nakarelate ba kayo? Type 1, if nakarelate kayo sa discussion ni Sir JP, introvert ba kayo or extrovert ba kayo? Okay. O guys, naintindihan daw. Wow. Sir JP, naintindihan daw nila ang discussion mo. So guys,
Salamat
alam niyo na
naman.
ngayon. Yes, alam niyo na ngayon kung saan kung saan kayo personality nabibilang. Okay? So, guys, may tanong po ba tayo kay Sir JP? Okay, let me acknowledge the presence na our participants from PUP San Pedro, PUP Cabiao, PUP Calawan, from different colleges of the PUP Main, the College of Social Science and Development, College of Tourism and Hospitality, Tourism and Transportation Management, College of Social Science and Development, College of Communication, Institute of Technology, wait lang ha. Ano pa? College of Business, College of Accountancy and Finance. Okay? So guys, may mga third year sir tayo ngayon is Concentrix often for virtual OJT.
Yes, we have. Actually, we just nag-run ako ng report ng mga nag-apply. Merong mga taga-PUP ngayon na nag-apply. Pero the only department right now that is open so far for us to take in our virtual OJT for a more traditional standpoint is our talent acquisition or recruitment team. So, yun muna ngayon ang ating kinukuha for the meantime kasi we have to take into consideration also other factors, also if that particular department has a request. So right now, yun muna ang ating tinatanggap for the meantime. But we also have another type of virtual internship which is more training based. Pero ito yung mga, hopefully, if you want to become a front level employee like a customer service representative or technical support representative in the company, then we also have that type of internship that is also related to their course verticals, yung industry vertical nila, and then we train them on how they can work in the BPO industry with still using whatever it is that they learn.
Okay. So, guys, sir, welcome din ba kahit ang taga-PUP branch to join your team as virtual OJT?
Yes, open naman po kami sa lahat ng schools, not just for main, pero kahit na branch pa yan. In fact, we also have some projects with some branches of PUP, like the one in San Pedro and so.
Wow. So guys, kahit daw taga PUP Ragay, ano pa? PUP Cabiao, Mindoro, Sablayan, kahit tawid dagat pa yan, pwede raw mag-OJT sa Concentrix. So, I hope may tanong pa po ba tayo, guys? Sir, tingnan ko lang sa Facebook natin, ha? Update ko lang po kung may tanong ang ating Facebook viewer sa inyo. Wait lang, sir, ha? Check natin si PUP Facebook. Baka meron silang question. Po, mukhang okay, mukhang wala. Sir, mukhang malinaw pa sa sikat ng araw ang discussion nyo tungkol sa personality assessment. Okay. Wait lang po, ah. Okay, so thank you, Sir JP, for MBTI orientation, and it's really helped. Yun, sir, yung sinasabi ni Miss Luisa Melanie, and Dan, answer my evaluation for today's webinar. Guys, don't forget to answer the evaluation, the evaluation link provided on this chat box, and at the same time on the comment section of our Facebook page, and it will be our basis for the issuance of the digital certificate that will be emailed to you 2 to 3 weeks after the conduct of this webinar. Okay? So, mukhang wala na sir tayong tanong. Okay? Going once? May tanong pa po ba? Okay. Ganito na lang. Going twice? Guys, can you give me a reaction of a heart to Sir JP? Just to say thank you for his time. Okay, guys. Zero. Thank you raw po. Maraming salamat. It is a heart sign from PUP main and PUP campuses and branches. Maraming salamat, Sir JP, and thank you again. I hope we can invite you again for our October 27 webinar.
Thank you also, and no problem. Alam niyo naman yan. I'm just a call away. Thank you.
Okay, maraming salamat po. And again, to the participants of our Zoom and the participants of our stream, maraming salamat at pasensya na sa intermittent connection for this event. Okay, and I'll see you all on the October 27, 2021 webinar. We'll be having the afternoon session. The Zoom room will be open at exactly 1 o'clock. And we'll be starting with it. We'll be starting at 1 o'clock this afternoon with Miss Mabel Besmonte, the Chief for Alumni Relations Services. Okay, so again, to our participants for today's event, maraming salamat from PUP Alumni Relation and Career Development Office. Again, this is Professor Jane L. Spulma, Chief for Career Development and Placement Office, signing off. Arigato gozaimashita. Okay, so I'll be playing the PUP hymn.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, maraming salamat po. Saglit lang ha. Magpi-play tayo ng himno ng PUP.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome, ma'am.